in the final bracket. We will crown our Tekken World Tour 2025 champion. Thank you so much for joining us over the last 3 days of action. We've had some incredible scenes, and I promise you, it's only going to get even better today. And I could not wish for a better start than two of the greats who have been calling the action for the last 3 days. Let's hand it over. On the casting desk, my very good close friend, Tasty Steve, and one of the greatest analytical minds out there right now, Pun Life.
Logan Sama showing the stage hosting ability as always. This your guy, Tasty Steve, and it's a hard life, but it's definitely a pun life. How goes it, my guy?
It goes great. Listen, Logan's got me blushing right
I know,
Greatest
right?
analytical
I was
mind.
like, okay, thanks, my guy. Well, look, it's been a treacherous journey for all of the players here, not only for the LCQ to make it through, but like Logan said, throughout the entire year. We started with that regional leaderboard qualification into the global leaderboard, and then they had a second chance at the redemption bracket, which led us to the LCQ, which we saw come to a head yesterday. And of course, we still had those global leaders heading the board. But as you can see here, our final 20 contestants for the Tekken World Tour 2025 finals, and it is not going to be easy. You can see heading to pack Edge and the John. Of course, we had our redemption bracket winner and the John, our LCQ winner. And then, of course, we have Yoritz, Kostakis, Hexmark, Usama Mbasi, Nobi, and Breadman. And as you like to see, everybody from Group A, which I called, definitely made it all the way back through to claim a spot in this final bracket here, which is absolutely crazy.
100%. It's so crazy that, you know, having an entire group of people make it through all the different means that were available in this final is an absolutely insane start. And, you know, as well, I think the regional group was a really interesting playout because we had some clear favorites, but in some cases, you know, those things didn't happen. But performance Yoritz put up in Group A. Breadman also did really well. Nobi had a clear sweep in Group B. Usama Basi with us 6-2 as well, doing pretty decent. And of course, Group C, Europe managing to actually pull out both of its players in there. Hexmark clean sweep, throwing out 10 strings at the end of the day, stealing the deal for himself as well. 2 different 10 strings even. And Kostakis obviously the desperation play with the down 4-2 to claim that final round, basically in the last first to one as well. So that was a crazy group stage as well to go through. And obviously those players have been fighting their respective regions to actually get to the finals, because, you know, not everyone has money to travel, so that regional leaderboard does make it much more accessible for a lot of players across these regions to actually be able to make it to this final stage. But of course, we had all the players that did have the means to travel and did make an effort to go through the global leaderboard. And we had a top 2 coming from all of those groups: Magjo and Olson in Group A, Lobheim ranked in Group B, Nitricker in Group C, and JDC and Rive in Group D. And then you can see those 3 players, Martin Gray, Edge, Gossain, Eddie, and Tipitano, was third placers, then went to the redemption group and fought for that final spot to try to get back in. It was such a tough situation as well, because Gossain was relying on Eddie to win a 2-0 over Edge in order to be able to qualify. That did not quite appear to happen, with Edge clearing out that pool pretty comfortably and making it through all the way today to this final.
Look, it was a crazy run no matter what. I mean, and if just thinking about the fact that Edge played so crazy in his group, but still had to fight his way through in that redemption bracket, it should tell you just how crazy the competition was. But also, you had all the players that were already qualified through the global leaderboard, of course, being the leaders. They were still here watching the action unfold. A lot of their friends, a lot of their companions, teammates, and just some of their rivals going head-to-head that they had to fight just to get back to this spot. But we're on the cusp of history to crowning our TWT 2025 Tekken 8 champion, and it is going to be spectacular. And once again, I can't say enough how ridiculous this LCQ was, man. The top 8 for the LCQ, iMusician playing out of his mind, the John as well, just a lot of amazing talent all the way through this top 8 for the LCQ.
Yeah, and of course, like the crowd favorite, K-Skill was pulling out electrics, powering all of Sweden all by himself yesterday. And then, of course, you know, Fergus, with the kind of the run that I don't think anyone could have expected from him, because he was a little bit down after the group stages. It didn't quite work out in his favor. And then pulling out the June, something new that we haven't seen from him for a while, and just making a massive run throughout the entire bracket as well. Only just about ending losing semi-final to Ken Trench. You know, Ken Trench, a rival that he had for many years at this point, going all the way back to sort of Tekken 7 tag 2 days even. So that was was a kind of a fated battle coming to a closer.
I'm glad that you put it that way. And one of the things we kept repeating, looking at this LCQ bracket, this was literally for the last chance qualifier. Every match, the redemption bracket, the LCQ, you would feel like these are TWT finals matches that you're looking at, and they are, but it was just to get to the top 20 bracket. Some of the most amazing Tekken 8 matches we saw were played yesterday on this very stage, and they were played back-to-back under the craziest of situations, and the duress couldn't have been higher, but it can only get better. We got another bracket for you guys to check out before we get to the point of crowning this new champion.
100%. And you know, it's the thing we need to highlight as well is we talked about obviously the regional groups, the global groups, the LCQ, but I think you can see the 4 players with the buys as well: Mulgold, Farzine, Ashlanash, and Atif. And both players were in that top 4 of that global leaderboard, earning a free ticket for that buy, right? Getting the nice position. They did not have to play any of the previous days as well. They've just been relaxing. They could practice, they could gather information, prepare, do all those kind of preparations to make sure they're in the right position as well. And you can see that they kind of, I don't want to say it's the easiest path because it's never going to be easy in the finals, right? But as things go, having a bye, not having played out round 1, and not having anyone round 2 as well, and having some of the regional players going to them is probably one of the easier paths possible. So it does give them a very much an advantage going into this bracket as well. But you know, there's still games to be played as well, and it's first to 2 until we get into top 8, where it becomes first to 3 as well. So much longer territory is going to be a bit battle of attrition at that point. And you know, the stamina is going to matter because these days get long when you have to play so many world-class players. Every decision counts. Every split-second hesitation can lead to defeat. So you're going to have to be on top of your game.
And having an extra game to do so really does kind of give you that one extra thought process to throw into the mix to especially get an opportunity to cash your ticket and be the crowned winner here for the TWT finals. But looking at that bracket, man, I got a lot of favorites in there, a lot of friends in there. I mean, the John running it back with the King, I can't say anything about it. But of course, Edge running it back through the redemption bracket. There's so many instances in which you can pick a horse to say that's going to run this race to the finish line. So I would love to know what the people out there are saying, man. Hashtag TWT final. I would love to know what you guys are thinking, because a lot of times you're wrong. You know, I like to tell you guys, you're not right about this because you're not here. You should be in person enjoying these games with us here in Malmo, Sweden. But we're getting closer and closer to that achieving moment of the first match for this last 20 who are here for the TWT final.
Yeah, and in your minds, who do you think is going to take it? Like, if you had to make a prediction.
Oh, geez, you're going to put me on black. They're literally right there to the right of me right now. They're right here.
That's what makes it extra awkward. Tell us who you think is going to win, Steve.
Oh, man, okay.
I'll tell you who I think is going to win.
All right, well, lead the pack. Give me an example here.
Listen, I've been watching this man for years, right? I wanted to get his autograph earlier, so I had like a Claudio Banana passport card as well. I was looking at him earlier, and I'm going to say, I think Mulgold is going to take it. He's my favorite to win. He's been dominating the tour. Sneaking into that first place at the end of it, I think he's the favorite for me. You know, I know we talk about Claudio, the character's a bit funky, but I think he's going to take it.
Well, look, I'm on the fence about all this because, like I said, I got this guy right here sitting behind me who I always want to see do well, which is me. I also want to see Arslan get one of these titles under his belt as a 7-time EVO champion. But also, I want to hear about my boy Ulsan. I got Rainchu that I'm rooting for. And then I want the John to win, too. It's too much on my plate. So you asking me this.
Steve, you're running out of time.
If I say I want a character to win, does that count?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I want a king to win. I want a king to win. That's what I want. I want a king to win. But look, only time will tell. And I think it's almost time. So what I'm gonna do is, I know you guys are tired of hearing me talking, but we got plenty more left. I'm gonna send it to the well-dressed man on the stage. It is Logan Solomon.
Thank you very much, Steve. That's right, it's time to get into our first match of round 1. And let me welcome to the stage, hailing from South Korea, representing T1 Esports. He qualified through the global rankings, finishing 11th with 1,540 points. He made it here into the final bracket by way of the Redemption Group. He was 4th place at the Tekken World Tour Finals 2024. Let's make some noise and welcome onto the stage, Edge!
Is that a stream deck?
And his opponent, a man that he will be very familiar with. Hailing from Pakistan, representing Al Qadsiya Esports, he qualified by way of the global leaderboard, finishing 17th with 1,280 points across the season. He made it into the final bracket at the last gasp by closing out the last chance qualifier. Please welcome last year's 7th place Tekken World Tour Finals finisher, the John! Gentlemen, there is one thing to do before we get it on the sticks, and that is combat by rock, paper, scissors. We need to determine who's going to be player 1, player 2. So, if you would please do me the honor and take it away.
Right?
The job will be P1 side. Gentlemen, if you could please take your places, and let's go back over to the caster's desk. And let's get this underway. Round 1 of our final bracket at the Tekken World Tour Finals 2025 begins now.
Thank you very much, Logan, for that. And this is the first game. The John versus Edge. This is crazy. This is the start of the day. This is going to set a level, especially considering we saw John setting levels yesterday. Considering the performance that we saw from him, making all the way through every match going to the final round, pretty much. Just every decision counting, and the level of keep out and the level of adaptation that John was going through as well. You know, facing players like Ammunition that was playing so heavy in the keep out and having to fight through that barricade of defense and keep out, and you know the poison smoke as well, of course.
Yeah.
So this is going to set levels.
Well, look, first and foremost, we've seen this before, right? We've seen how these guys go head-to-head. This isn't the first time these guys have bumped into each other in any kind of bracket. However, the matchup is pretty, you know, ironic, right? King with the kick counters, you playing versus Hwoarang. But also, I remember, my God, the John had a Hwoarang he was messing with too for a few minutes.
Was he?
Yes, I do remember this.
That's
you know, you got to
crazy.
keep track of the fellow King players out there. But, I mean, how do you stop the John when you know he just fought through that bracket of just making it all the way back? Of course, you got to say the same thing about that redemption bracket, but the LCQ is arguably one of the toughest Tekken tournaments on the entire circuit. I mean, you got Tiger Uppercut, then you have actually, you know, this main bracket, but then you look at the LCQ, everybody who didn't make it through is there with you. You're swimming with sharks, and they got tools to take you out. So this is definitely going to be one of those things you need to talk about. 7th place that we saw at the TWT Finals 2024 coming on this side, but of course, that's Edge, man. He's just so strong. Looking at him from last year, he was the LCQ winner from last year who made it all the way through. So he knows the kind of pressure that it takes to, you know, survive in this spot, especially if he wants to get to that next round.
100%, you know, no stranger to that pressure. And of course, the interesting aspect as well is they played last year during the finals as well and loses round 3. And Edge did narrowly take it 3-2 over to John. So, you know, there is that history. I think they also played in the exhibition as well, Pakistan versus Korea. And I actually don't know who took that one. But there is definitely history. There is I think the interesting aspect as well is that I saw Edge sitting in the back of the cinema yesterday and watching all the LCQ, right? I'm sure he had a little notepad, you know, taking notes of habits. And of course, obviously his teammate was playing versus John, and I think he was offering coaching at one point as well. So it's going to be very interesting how he adapts, not just between the sets they've played, but also from just watching and taking in so much of John's playstyle yesterday. And of course, that goes for John as well. Being able to adapt and change from his habits is going to be very, very important in this. But hey, here we go. First game of the final day. TWT Finals. There's no takes back, no second chances. Top 20, winners round 1. Edge versus John. Here we go.
All right, Malmo, Sweden, you ready for this Tekken? Make some noise for me one time. Let's go. First match of the top 20. We're on our way to a champion, and the movement has already started. 2 icons fighting, and it's 2 icons fighting.
Hey, that's bars. It took a second, but no, you know, you go those Final Fantasy bars, and Edge already pulling out, getting the heat active as well. Very high interaction relying. Oh, excellent punish. It's a crazy punish. No ability to tech with the walls. Oh, yeah, man. That's a lot.
Still in there and jabs him out of the air. Nice conversion here for Edge, and he's got plenty of heat on top of it.
Oh, and the patience. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy punishment at the damage as well.
I like him setting the president, letting him know that he's not going to stay on the ground. A lot of free hits can close out games here. The John putting the option on the table already.
Yeah, like John trying to slow it down as well, looking for the counter options like the shove. Ooh. Nice. Spartan kick again. Working out beautifully.
Oh, bro kick. I got some armor of my own.
Nice down back four. Ooh, trying to mix up the options. Nice patience with the John. Nice spacing with a big counter hit from that.
And that's one of the first times we've seen him get that big counter hit back one.
Oh, he's at the
nice
wall
awareness
already.
of the wall. And nice awareness of the edge to look out and scout for that multi-throw.
Ooh.
Wait, that hit
so much
hit, but he
worse.
could block
Nice
after.
break into whoa, no,
Another
he
one,
missed.
Blue
the
stuff.
blue one, that's gonna be big damage. And look at how that evens up the life. Virtually identical. And
Ankles.
now he's chipping away at the life bar. Not a lot of gray
Ooh,
left in the
slice him
low to
up.
close out the string. Edge taking the first 2 rounds of game number 1.
Yeah, Bitter's going for a big low as well, but it was enough to kill as well, so excellent position. And you know, Buffy's characters do have a decent, already trying to go for potentially the lava break. Nice. Buffy's characters have a decent ability to use their throws to actually deal with the lava.
And on top of that, we've seen the John willing to cash out. If he gets that big full crouch down 4-2, going straight for the Shining Wizard to get big damage on a stage like this. One of the things he's very much doing well at scouting this entire weekend.
Yeah, obviously it's a ton of damage, and also moving from the opponent. Nice, getting a little bit of punish as well, trying to continue the mix going. The blend is started. Nice break in generic.
Little down 4-2 action. Heat burst on the side of Edge.
Oh, I like the run up. A good keep up from John as well. Drops him in.
Big D driver.
Wall.
Nice combo. Damage of plenty. We going well past 80 with
Activate.
this bad boy. Well past 80. Into the 90 territory. Big damage.
Ankles.
Both in here as well. Time slowly ticking down, and
No
then
break.
now a giant swing around. And this is actually burning the timer as well at the same time. A little bit of hero coverage for John. Oh, hey, heat spent on Edge's side.
He's got to chip
Oh,
him
he
out down
interrupted
1-2. He's getting closer.
Block.
It's not close enough. Nice interrupt. The John on the board. 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, one low too many. It was a big call out as well. If that was a mid, that could have been very scary for the John, but beautiful call out.
Oh my gosh. And he got the blue one on top of it. Yo, the John playing like a monster today.
Oh, just a hard duck as well. And the
Whoa.
delay on the Jaguar sprint as well, going straight for the mid option.
Speaking of the hard duck, what a call out. Full combo extension. Real close to the wall. The nip up saves him.
Whoa.
Goes for the heat.
I like Edge trying to go for that down 4-2 as well, trying to go play a keep out. Again, homing moves coming through as well. Nice duck.
Nice duck.
Doesn't get anything for it.
Could have been so much worse. Edge
Slicing
fighting his way
him
back into
up.
it. Spins the rest of the heat. He breaks the throw down for it. He
What?
likes to rip. The wall is right there,
He
though.
finished the
What are you going to do
string.
with it?
Can't kill. Oh,
Running
fuck.
3. This guy, the John. Once again, one of the things that makes him one of the best kings out there is the fact that he's able to switch up his strike throw game so well. And it really confuses even the best opponents, even the best players in the world.
Oh, nice break.
Right, counter hit break.
Strike,
Double
throw, the
wave
mix up is real.
And again, the timing delay as well. We saw that on down 4-2-1 earlier as well, and he's just using the wave dash now as well to also delay timing. Jumps over. What a way to deal with it from Edge. Perfect.
That was a
Wasn't he ready
mix-up.
for that? Why'd he had a combo
He's
and
been
everything?
loving, man. He knows this stuff.
Ah.
Another giant swing. Didn't find his
Break.
mark. Breaks the second one. Oh,
That
he
fucking
smashed.
flipped
That's
him.
going to be big damage.
flipped his
Not
heat
done just
smash.
yet. This first game to be coming to a close. Nice. Oh, God, nice block.
Still, let's see if available
Okay.
spending on the mid. Goes
Okay.
low, gotta be careful. Down
One
for
hit.
4.
Nice.
John in the air, Edge
Nice.
clutching it out, but that was looking scary. John was looking for that reverse
He
sweep.
never did way too high.
Oh,
man.
my gosh. In the running, though. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know who this is going to go down to right there.
Could have really went away, but yeah, that timing delay from John, as you know, the down 4-1, the delay on it just to catch Edge on counter as well. The dash up, I think the really interesting thing as well, the John dashing up to try to obviously close the distance, but also not dashing up so far to potentially mess with his timing. Getting that counter hit on the heat smash was a big one. Obviously, the heat smash already does enough damage, but a counter hit scaling on top of that is going to do even more.
No, most definitely. Most definitely.
And then making use of stage houses as early as possible. On a character like King, you can make the most of it, but no more stage houses in play. Edge one game ahead, John's got to do something. We saw Edge start the rounds very quickly last time, but John was able to make it back. Let's see if that happens again.
The offense that Edge is kind of showing, like you said before, not overextending too much, but the John wants this game to go a lot faster because Edge is getting a lot more comfortable. For all the kids out there, time to play the game.
Dunk on him. And I like the use of the Jaguar spin as well to create space. Uh-oh.
King's backdash, not the best. Using Jaguar spin front and back is a great way to build distance. Round number 1, game 2 goes to the John.
Yeah, starting off strong as well. You got to be careful with the Jaguar spin as well. Obviously, he can't be floated out of it. So if Edge keeps his position right and is ready for it, he can make a big call out on it.
Ooh, big
Speaking
duck.
of big call outs.
3-2. Oh, big damage on board. To the wall. Not going to get a lot of damage. Kind of miscalculating, but
Okay.
still. Big combo could close it
So
out.
much damage.
Jaguar sprint 3.
Trade.
He's trying to interrupt the pressures, but he has so much health to work with. Oh, going under.
Ugh.
Down one, neutral to
Crazy
the low
move,
parry
Barry.
from Edge, and he
But it
dropped the combo.
drops?
Lots of recoverable life, spins the rest of that heat, so that means he's not got much
gosh.
left to do. The back three, the armor, and the leg drop. This guy, the John, looking good at game number 2.
And we see so much of the power crash from the John as well. Every time he has a lot of health to work with, he always uses that health as a resource to absorb hits using the power crash. Nice break as well this time.
That was full crouch down 4-2, 100%.
Oh, big chunk.
Yeah.
He's still available, spending the heat smash straight away, keep the pressure going.
Hey.
This game looking completely different on the side of the John. Great armor placement with the back three. Counter hit down
Jesus
4-2.
Christ.
He could definitely take him to the wall, and he's got heat still.
Activate.
Some damage again was Yoki running up. Oh, it goes the wrong way. The pure attack roll from Edge was vital. He did not want to get put in the mix with the Jaguar sprint.
I don't blame him. Oh,
Nice.
what a launch.
This
Nowhere
is the
near enough to
kill.
kill on the side. Or
No
definitely not helping the
tornado.
situation.
Oh, Black Kite
Right.
hits him on the ground because he's moving. And he
Oh,
catches him
nice.
out of the air with the
DF2.
floating the while rising one.
That was definitely a hop kick coming out of John as well. There. Edge a little bit behind still, but you know, trying to get back in. He is trying to finish this game as quick as possible. Back free, nice power crash. Again, we see this out of the John so much in the rapid pressure. Was power crash a big down 4-2 counter hit for Edge.
Taking him to the wall. He's going to get some big damage off of this if he plays it correctly. Activates the heat. More than half life gone at this point. A little Oki situations, and now he's standing on the ground. The Edge making him pay.
Ankles.
That's a lot of blows from the Edge. I like the hard duck as well.
Oh, the
No, he
delay on
ripped
the
it.
4-2 string. He finally gets the launch. This could be big damage. Cashes out the heat, and he's getting a lot of that great life back. Get up off the ground. Figure 4. Woo!
Big call as well, and Edge trying to tech roll, stay on the ground. No, there's the heat smash, changes sides. Oh, and forward, neutral 2, sealing the deal, 1 apiece. And that's a beautiful adaptation from the John as well. We saw Edge rolling away to try to not deal with the Jaguar sprint mix, try to minimize the damage that's being inflicted upon him, and the John obviously taking notice of that and making it hurt even more.
The second game looking a lot better for the John. 1 game apiece in the first match today. Oh my God.
Oh.
Pack Pixels in the building.
This stage could definitely benefit both of them. Obviously, King has a range of throws to use in this situation, but Hwarang, you know, has a full throw game as well.
Wall
He
standing
started
one.
with the full crouch down 4-2. Watch
Yeah, he went
this.
with the
Hold on,
RKO.
RKO, the before it, going through the floor himself now. Damn.
Look at the damage already. Look at the damage already. He still got heat. 3, 2, 2. And he got the Jaguar sprint powered up on the run. He ducks and gets hit by the 3. That could be the first round. And the explosion on top of it. The John. Round 1, game 3 looking good.
2 hazards popped already. The John making the most of it. Very, very efficient flavor. And we all know King hurts, so you know every single one of his throws doing damage.
Especially on a stage like this. Fishing with that down 4-2. He almost made him pay, but the low parry on the follow-up. Drop combos on both sides.
Yeah, and John's gonna be careful now as well to not let that second hit fly as well.
Oh, looking for a hop kick. Edge
Nice.
didn't give it to him. Engage on the follow-up. Low parry on the follow-up from the John.
Uh-oh.
Right there on the X marks the spot. Big explosion. Jaguar sprint 2. Look at this combo. I like what I'm seeing.
Doesn't quite get the wall, but again, open situation. Nice. Edge rolling around this time. Letting rip as well in the high.
Oh,
my
the
God.
back one whiffs. He makes them pay for it with the heat smash.
He's
Oh,
dead.
Again,
He
the
finished his
delay,
ring.
the timing delay, and with strings
John's
doing so much
gone
damage and pops.
bucket
And,
bang.
oh, what even popped that stage has it had all the damage at all, just like that. John on that set point.
Edge needs to do something here, or the John's gonna run away with it. Taking a big leap into the
There
big
you
boy
go.
bracket.
Back three.
Nice sidestep into the 4th round, gets the back 3, the plasma blade launcher, hard spike. Great acknowledgement by the John to roll.
Nice duck as well. Guaranteed
There you go.
damage. Pushing
Activate.
to the wall as well. This nice back free.
Right
John
drop.
getting away, but on the side switch as well, going to come in handy.
1 and 3. No break
No
on the
break.
giant swing. The wall is right there. Major damage.
30 seconds to go. He available. So the hard duck again gets this blob. This might be enough to kill for the John. He activated. Big chunks of damage. The final charge hit, sealing the deal for the John. After that LCQ run, he's not giving up. He wants to go further, and he does go further this time.
Look, you already know that Edge was the last year's LCQ winner, so he made it very far into this tournament. Yo, Malmo Sweden, please do me a favor. Make some noise for Edge! My man is going home, but man...
Well, no, he's going to lose his bracket right
Going
now.
to lose his bracket, excuse me, lose his bracket. Thank you for correcting. He did play amazing, and he did play to the point where he did make it on that winner's side, but now you got to fight it out. And once again, a Shark Field loses bracket. It begins right now.
Yeah, and it is quite interesting for us. Obviously, everyone starting winners does give everyone the ability to also make that one mistake before heading out the tournament. But there's still, that doesn't mean you can't really afford any mistakes.
Yeah.
You never want to go into losers early because it just means you have to play way more games. You have way more pressure on you. And we saw the pressure that was coming through in just this first game. This is the first game. I just want to highlight that. And there was so much coming out of both the players as well. Again, we talked about the timing delays from John, and we talked about the damage that Edge was inflicting, especially earlier in the set, really playing that momentum game. But you know, ultimately, John really stealing the victory there.
I gotta talk about how fact he got so many giant swings. We saw that yesterday in the LCQ as well. So many people were not prepared to break giant swing when it counted the most, which is when his back is to the wall. That's gonna give you even more damage. And a lot of times, that's what got him back into the game. He would get you with this giant swing on the wall or force you to take it mid-screen, build some distance, and then use armor attacks to kind of break your offense to take advantage of it. And it just became harder and more difficult for Edge to get his game started.
Who the fuck is
It looks like the
Rugall?
John was in full control.
Yeah, and I mean, I know you said earlier you wanted the King to win, and you're getting your wish so far, right? And it's going to be the best representation of King we're going to get in this finals, a King of Kings, as we were saying earlier. Yeah.
Just saying, man. And then on top of that, he had the stages in his favor right now. Both of these characters can definitely utilize it, but King definitely gets a little bit of a plus, a little bit of a oomph with these, you know, instant shining wizards, all the slams that he gets. A lot of time it is going to activate those stage hazards. But like we said before, Edge not going to be able to take the victory 2-1, and that means he's going to move forward. Moon Gold versus the John is what that sets up for winners round 2. But I think we got another match coming up down the pipeline that's really going to be interesting. This is going to be a good one, too.
Yeah, you know, we have Kostakis on one side, Yours on the other side. Both players are very, very, very interesting. So, you know, Logan, tell us more about it. What you got?
Thanks very much, guys. That's right. It's time to get into our second match of round 1 in the finals bracket. And first up, let me welcome onto the stage, hailing from Kuwait, representing Triforce Esports, qualifying through the regional leaderboard in MEA 3 region with 800 points, making it through to this final bracket via Group A. Let's welcome onto the stage, Yours!
Nigga fat as fuck.
His opponent, hailing from Greece, representing Phantasma, qualifying through the Europe 2 region with 405 points across the season. He made it out of Group C in the regional leaderboard group stages. Let's make some noise for Kostakis!
Were they dating?
Gentlemen, all that comes down to now is for you to determine who will be choosing sides. So if you will be able to shoot rock, paper, scissors for me, and we'll determine that right now. Guys, take it away. Player 1. Player 1 side for Kostakis, thank you very much. Let's head back over to the casting desk. Tasty Steve and Punlight.
My clips while I stream.
All right, now that we got the RPS side of the way, we know who's going to play on which side. Yoris versus Kostakis is coming up. Talk to me a little bit about this matchup. Yoris made an amazing run, especially coming out of that first group. The lane shot, you looking ridiculous. Probably one of the...
Like, it's actually why. Because NA players have to go to work. Like, I'm pretty sure Ulsan didn't have a job before.
Strongest ones we got out here.
Showcasing the stuff, but had a perfect performance, almost perfect performance in the group stages. He was in the A groups as well, only dropping a couple of games. 8-2 was his final score, coming out as the first seed, putting Xiaoyu on the map, putting Kuwait on the map as well. I think he's been a very a player to watch because we obviously saw him in tournaments around the Middle East as well, like Emirates Showdown, and I think having him be able to travel is really, really cool, being able to showcase his skill and how strong he is. But on the other side, Kostakis had a very tumultuous run. Obviously, we had controller issues, couple of them in one set,
man. Oh my gosh.
Man, that sucked. Obviously, it happens. Ultimately, it came down to him having to effectively play 2 1-1s versus Alida. He was not allowed to drop a game if he wanted to make it out of that pool. And, you know, it came down to that final round where he just let it rip on a down forward 2 on Clive. And it hit, counter hit, round start. Didn't quite steal the deal in one combo, but definitely set up a situation that helped him close out that game and cement his position. And, you know, we had the pop-off. He was flexing all over the stage as well.
Yeah, he was flexing for a minute. And then, look, you know what they say, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. My guy absolutely lived up to it, especially to make it this far, make it on this stage. And look, when you get to a situation where you legitimately can't lose a game, that is probably the most pressure you can have on you in a tournament setting. Think about what's on the line. And look at him asking for more energy before he gets into it. Yo, Kostakis, look at him. Like he's controlling the crowd, showing a lot of love. Let's see if this affects Yoritz at all. But like we said before, Yoritz is one of these players. He's a tech monster. Me and Markman was already, you know, alluding to the fact that my man does nothing but find tech with his character. We saw it on display. And once again, Ling, one of those characters we don't really get to see played at a high level all too often, especially not in these situations. Yeah,
definitely in the kind of category of lab characters, as some people call them, right? Where this is the kind of character where you cannot really play a pure fundamental game against without knowing what we're doing. You have to know how to deal with AOP, you know how to deal with entries into like slice to pry AOP, especially evasion setups, etc. What's your punishment on things like Kali roll, how to deal with certain things. You have jump cancels from back and right, so put into the throw. So there's a ton of things you have to be aware of. And while sometimes that may force you to try to play slow so you can observe and work something out, if you play too slow, you're going to get put in the blender.
Yep.
So it's a very difficult dichotomy of trying to work out how do you want to play against this character, what your options are especially. Obviously, Kostakis does have that Lars in the pocket as well. He doesn't have to play Clive. So I'm curious to see what he picks against Ling Xiaoyu specifically, because I know different people have different preferences, and some characters just don't feel great against Ling. You know, Steve, King, Huarang, historically really bad matchups against Ling. But even like things like Dragunov didn't feel great. I remember like labbing the matchup a little bit myself. It's not super fun. Things like maybe like Claudio feels really good. So it will be interesting to see how Kostakis feels about these different characters and who he's going to pick specifically. I think Clive might be okay, but really depends on how he feels about it. What he labbed as well, obviously, what he's comfortable with, because you have to play those matchups to get really comfortable with it.
The thing is about the Clive matchup is like he has great reach, right? Like his range is some of the best in the game, right? Outside of maybe like Fakuma. But it's not the easiest because you have to commit to a lot of hard lows to call it out. And all his evasion that we've seen on display might not be the best call. And you can see Kostakis still playing with the idea of either Lars. Like you said before, you called it out. And I think I'm kind of with you on that. I think the Lars might be out. The Clive? Excuse me, what do I know? I'm just talking here. I'm just talking here. Let's see how this works out because I feel like you're really going to have to commit to some very big lows. And Clive does have a few good lows in his arsenal, but how do you keep this character honest without committing to some of these big strings that can put you in even more trouble?
I'm just double checking the buttons. Yeah, it is going to be interesting. I mean, I would have favored Lars purely because of down forward 1. Like, you know, having a 13 frame mid check, that's not too difficult. And obviously, I mean, both these characters have decent mid checks, but Clive doesn't have a kind of orthodox down forward 1, right? So it can make things a little bit more difficult. But we talked about the reach. I mean, even tools like back 2, right? If you're not going to really be able to...
with Clive, another one of the tools I feel like that's really good for dealing with Ling, has a great range, and on top of that, you can confirm it.
I think with some of it, he's going to be careful. So, like, back 2 is a great tool, but I think, you know, if Ling from a distance, if she's just hitting AOP far away, like, you're not going to do anything with that, right? So you're going to have to be very careful. I mean, forward 1+2 can reach it, then it could be a really good alternative, but also it is punishable. But here we go, second game of the day. Kostakis versus Yoritz.
Into the mid activation on the Heat this time around. Low's already starting to come out and play and tries to answer back with a down 4-1 and just not able to find anything early. I love how Yoritz plays. He sets the pace already. Oh, wow, nice orbital to get over it all. And look, that's going to be a really good tool, especially if she decides to swing out of AOP. Big counter hits can come from that. And look at the damage cash out that Kostakis is getting with the Clive.
I really like the decision from Yoritz as well to try to go for like a charge up, try to go for an unblockable setup potentially. See if Kostakis is going to remain passive. This gives you a lot of information, but it did cost him a fair bit of damage for that information. Hold on, +2 spend. We were talking about earlier. Nice back one as well for the interrupt. That's going to be an important tool of this matchup.
Playing back a little bit.
A little far on that down forward 2 again. You've got to be careful around the down forward 2. Nice. Speaking of the down forward 2, not careful enough, and this is going to be a lot of damage. And this should be enough to kill, especially with that Rage Art as well.
Kostak is showing me I definitely don't know what I'm talking about. He's playing such a great game when it comes to the spacing. Great placement on the orbital. I'm not sure what Yoris was doing, but he definitely got clipped for it. That was, what, 80 damage he hit him with, and he broke the balcony on top of it. First round, game 1, Kostakis in the Clyde.
Yeah, Yoris has to be very mindful of Kostakis' spacing, because he's been playing a spacing game, especially on someone like Clive. When you have so much range, it's going to be very important to be careful. Oh, and another low parry as well.
Nice. The cool combos on top of it. Back 2. Straight to the wall, and the stage hazard as well. Big damage on the board. Committing to some of those big lows I was talking about already.
Nice patience as well. Was trying to get something for 1+ to spend, just using the last of that heat. Nice punish.
Kostak is not afraid to duck or sidestep. Gets the big launcher. Wall gonna change up the combo just a little bit. Flame dash.
Yeah, was looking for that low as well. He's been a big fan of that counter hit low.
Speaking of lows, you better be careful. We know he's not afraid to use that orbital. A little slower than the typical orbital, but still gets the job done. We saw it already. And down, back, forward, committing to these normal lows.
Low into low. We've seen these sequences from Kostakis before, and you know he's been mixing a lot of it up. Goes into low, goes into mid next time. Maybe the third time he will backdash. So rotating his options as much as possible. Nice big counter hit, though.
Okay, Yoritz needs to do something right now. Oh, hop
nice.
Throw.
Important to break that. Good counter hit confirm as well.
Okay, counter hit engager. Yoritz has a little life lead right here. Nice block on the low. That's what I was thinking we were going to see a lot of. There's that orbital again.
Oh, but the combo drops. Doesn't get anything for it. It's unfortunate. He's spacing out. He has the available going low. Forward 1+2, mixing it up this time. Nice back one again, interrupting the pressure.
Oh, I'm out of there.
Wait. Oh. We went over the orbital. Okay, sidewall could potentially save lives. He has to realign away from the wall.
This Rage
But it does no matter. It doesn't quite hit the wall, and the Rage should be enough to seal the deal. We've seen that sequence with the orbital a couple of times already in this set. So nice one with Stacks to make the most of it. And again, it's so important to know which moves in your arsenal are going to go in which direction. If he used any move that could potentially put him onto the left side, you'd end up on the wall, and who knows, maybe he would not be able to kill because of the damage difference and the scaling difference in the wall. So very, very important for that. And yeah, good awareness with Stakis.
I like seeing when players just instantly aware of their resources, like, I'm just going to hit this Rage Art. They're not going to try to go for the fancy combo, and just being aware. Sprinkling in that orbital, especially when ALP's been put onto the field to play, has actually saved them quite a bit. Drop that last combo by the wall, but still getting that hit, taking back that momentum, and going straight into the Rage Art once you did get the combo. Game number 1, Kostakis, and Yoritz is in trouble. He needs to do something in the second game.
It's, to be fair, I'm super surprised by how like one-sided it's been. I mean, Yoritz is really doing a good job of interrupting it. We're looking for the back one, but Kostakis is kind of in control of all the critical situations.
Apparently, my man was caught in 4K playing some late-night Tekken games to get ready for the situation coming up, because you know these guys knew exactly who they were going up against. So they had a day or so to look at who they might be fighting and what they could do, build some kind of strategy.
Yeah, and I think Yoritz has to be very careful. Obviously, we've seen a lot of our back ones work, but the moment Kostakis smells these situations, he might take advantage and block it, or even just bait it out.
Kind of removing this AOP from the timeline right now, especially with the way he's been playing. But sprinkling in a little different lows this time around. Back 2 into the Phoenix shift stance, and back 1 to answer on the offense.
Yeah, excellent interrupt again. Oh, slice by OP, but does no matter. Down forward 2, finding his mark for Kostakis again.
Okay. Pops the heat, gonna get the wall, flame bash.
Oh, goes low again. Keeping the strings going as well. And oh, what a trade this time. Nice punish from back 1 as well.
Backdashing to get out of there. Yoritz getting a little space and gets floated out of the orbital. I talked about how it's a little slower. That's one of the things you have to worry about. That delay just saved them some trouble and gave Yoritz a chance to take another round in this game too.
Nice punish, blue stuff as well, looking for the Oki. Doesn't get anything for it. Again, the spacing and the movement from Kostakis is absolutely on point right now. Does not have rage available. Is he able to finish it? Not quite. One more hit. And goes low. Another round on the board. One round closer to victory.
Taking that momentum back from Yoritz. And then we get a clean launcher at the beginning of this round 3.
Yeah, Kostakis is looking for that back one as well, trying to potentially track some movement from Yoritz on round start.
Get up. Well, using the camera, caught you swinging again. And this is what we were seeing in that Group A stage day 1.
Charge ups all going mid. No, we're committing right now, but Yoret's fully in control. Nicely done, and a perfect as well, getting one step closer to equalizing this set.
Nice.
Oh my God, the down forward, 2 accuracy. I need the numbers. Pun Life, I need the numbers.
I don't understate how good his spacing has been, especially with that use on 2-2. I think
See,
even
how
this
much
one,
does
like
no damage? 76?
I think that's my best bet on that one.
I think you got it about right. I've been trying to keep track of it, but I gotta say this.
Missed 2 out of 8. There we go. It's fine. Okay.
Back on the
2
map.
out of 9. We're adding up. It's all right. It's all right. Won't be enough to kill, but it's still gonna be a lot of damage.
Damage.
Oh, and uses the staff as well. Right, the lightning, and he's trying to ride the lightning to the next phase here. Just needs 1 more round.
Back to Phoenix Shift gets stuffed. That should be a big punish. Goes for the engager. Still upstairs, by the way. No breakage on the balcony or the window.
Nice counter hit, confirm.
Oh.
Going run into as well, an option we haven't seen before.
Jab. There's that sidestep too. Spins it on the heat dash.
Yeah, the low actually dealing really well by OP as well. Even if you move out of the way, it is basically going to track you.
Okay, trying to move around in the backfield. Kostak is getting clipped. His back is to the wall. Gets the wall splat. Yordis has a chance.
Was the Oki. Okay, Kozak's managed to get away from.
Oh,
nice
wow,
one.
well
Kill.
done.
Oh, sick. Get up attack. Back one.
Again. No punish.
Needs to be careful on this wall. Another wall attack and the low to save his life. Yoritz is on the board. 1 game apiece here.
Oh, this could come back to bite Kostakis as well, because obviously we're so close right now. But Yoritz, the patience and the composure from him has been absolutely impeccable, because obviously that first game was definitely not going his way. But the back ones, you know, I was saying like maybe Kostakis will come out, but right now we're doing a lot of work, especially the Phoenix shift. Something like the low just getting completely beaten out by back one.
I like how he added it in. I like how he added it in. He started interrupting in the second game, and now it saved his life multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a strong option to interrupt Clive's stance pressure. Nice moving to the left as well, trying to do that startup. We do see Kostakis using that Demon's Breath on run start a lot.
That back one starting to do a lot of work, starting to get a lot of mileage.
Nice, big chunk of damage already. Yoret's pulling ahead. Oh,
I
but
don't
the
really
forward
care
one
about
plus
this
2.
matchup, though, to be honest.
Got all the range in the world. Okay, the real question is, are we reaching the wall? It is Clive.
Clive can reach the wall really easily. Nah, but he
Oh,
stopped
getting
it.
the Synthetic meter instead.
Oh, slash kick
What
not
the
gonna
fuck?
hit.
But
Down
she
for
dropped
2
into
whiffs because
AOP.
of the AOP.
I think that was the AOP down as well. I think
Yeah.
Yoret's making the decision
AOP
to go
down is a
even
further
lower.
duck than
Must
regular
confirm and
AOP.
beyond, but nice counter hit confirm.
Oh. Okay.
Damn, he's got assists. 2 versus 1.
Thorgal out here.
Dog in a fist fight. Crazy.
10 seconds. Counter hit. The first time we've seen it get this big counter hit. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see nothing. Oh, the roll to get under. Lively definitely in favor of Kostakis, and not
Wait,
for
that's
long.
stolen.
Oh my God.
Crazy steals. Oh, looking for that unfortunate run start, not quite finding it though. And I like the mix from Yoretz as well. Big counter hit though. He activated. We're running 2. Sweet bang.
That Phoenix shift stand starting to get a little more work. Back ones were stopping it for quite some time. He finishes the string armor to get through. I love that option from Yotis. Once again, using the AOP duck to get under some of these attacks.
You gotta know your mids. Again, down forward 2. The success rate getting a little bit lower.
Does that stop you from doing it? Do you leave it on the platter?
Didn't confirm the second hit.
Okay, cancels. Finishes the string again. Sees the AOP is there. Nice block and punish. Kostakis trying to weight down that heat. Knows he doesn't have any resources left himself. Doesn't even have rage on the table.
This is still awkward though. Time running out, but Yoretz still has heat. Got to burn him out. And nice. Good pressures will slide into our starting 4. Kostakis putting himself back on the board.
Using that Phoenix shift stance once again. Sprinkling in the low.
Yeah, Yoretz trying to not overcommit on a lot of his things, keeping the mix-ups fresh. Nice back one again. Oh, but a step right down forward 2 again. And again, the success rate is increasing.
Okay. Down 4-1 after sidestep left. Look at that. That's Tekken board guy.
We're at level 3, man. If we hit that 4 or 5, there's going to be a lot of damage on the board. Forward 1 plus 2 spent. No more heat in the tank for him. Yoretz with a lot of great health to work with as well.
Finishes the string again. Didn't find his mark.
And you can see Yoretz as well not throwing out as many back ones, especially in those strings. He does not want to face the trades, but big launch.
big launch. First time we've seen it represented by Yorditz.
Nice, he activated, recovering even more health. Ooh, setups. Wow, he's ready for another down 4-2 natural hit.
Hit it.
Okay, gotta burn as much time. Use all your strings, use all the time you have, and there is the staff as well. Being able to keep out, drops the combo, but does no matter. Yorditz can't do anything here. And just like that, again, trying to ride that lightning.
Oh, and then what an answer every time. He's like, I'm not gonna play these games with you. I'm just gonna down 4-2.
He's absolutely down 4-2, just doing all the work. We're going to be going to the wall. It's Clive, no issues at all with reaching it. 15 seconds and a bunch of damage already
nice
on the board, but hey, it does not matter. Yorditz, brute bug, and the hop kick as well to punish.
What's funny is that a combo like that doesn't matter.
First time we've seen him launch it.
Because look at the HP.
Big chunk going mid again.
They're now equal.
Oh, the mix-up, trying to get strong.
AOP
The
is so broken.
duck again, making it part of the mix-up, but drops the combo on the follow-up. Normal throw, one more hit can do it. Went for
Wow.
too big of a launcher. Great back dash.
He blocked everything.
Oh, what a
Oh.
sidestep on the running too. That was crazy. Final game, final round between these two. Oh my gosh.
Try to place another down 4-2 in between. He did not quite find it, looking for the Demon's Breath. Finds it this time. He activated. He's going to try to push the advantage as much as possible. Going low once again.
Oh wow. Spring up, sidestep. You know he's looking. You know he's looking.
Definitely still has he available. Oh, and a nice confirm as well. Out of heat. Level 3's on Tekken as well. I don't know if he's going to use it.
Sidestep 2 got this combo started from him.
There we go. He does use it.
Big damage. Not even in rage yet, but 89, real
That
close to
didn't
90.
touch.
Oh,
No break.
Yorditz, as he available, has great health. Activates that heat.
He was in
25 seconds to
AOP,
go as
canceled
well.
the move, and then activated the heat.
Running to.
The low.
And again, same
No wall
option.
swap though.
One more hit potentially.
And he
Overhead.
tries to move. That's gonna do it. Kostakis staying alive in this bracket. Well
On the
played,
limit,
the
on the
Clyde.
limitless, bro.
Man, the
The limitless.
theatrics in the pop-ups as well. It's there's an art.
I just feel like the logical thing, right? I might jinx everybody by saying this, but I feel like, can it get worse than
No.
season 2? The release of season 2 when it comes to balance and stuff? I guess we'll find out very soon.
Yorditz had a kind of a
course.
crazy run. I think Kostakis was definitely a little bit troubled in his regional pool, but hey, that's no matter. Listen, he doesn't even need to do anything. He's calling for the noise
He's
itself.
doing it as well himself. But let's take a look back at what happened. He was checking himself at the camera before he came out on the stage, almost as if he knew what was about to happen. But once again, we talked about the unconventional characters. I said Ling. Clive is another one of those characters. And we were kind of dancing with the idea, like, hey,
tell
man,
me
we're
to
not sure what he's
declare
going
it
to
because
do,
I made
and especially
$200.
considering Clive doesn't have the best lows, but down back 4, still using down 4-1, and just raw call-outs with the down 4-2 as well to, like, make it count. And then sometimes, just sometimes, when things got a little crazy, went for the orbital, which is a little slower than we're typically used to. But every tool in his disposal, he made Clive work for this win, and it didn't stop Yorditz from actually putting up a fight. Of course, we saw the Rage Art close it out that first time, but started getting more lows on the bill, right? Started adding more to the, and that back one that you pointed out. Back one really did start to set the stage, and one of these situations we saw was Yorditz on the wall quite a bit.
Yeah, right now, you know, it's quite interesting to see. He's had such a tough part of the control issues and everything else, but the movement and the things we saw in regional pools still very much working. The down forward to the Demon's Breath as well, going for those lows, looking for the counter hits, but also in this way, tracking the AOP really well. So, you know, all I can say really is
Did you
is Final
see Sandra
Fantasy is
Bullock
definitely
come
still
out
in play.
as a lesbian?
See that huge
No,
star
I
right
didn't
there to
see
try to
that,
make
but
something happen. Really started to use more of that
I mean,
bar
I
as
don't
well.
care either.
And I like going for
She
the
ain't finna
lows
lick
over
nothing
and over
over
because they
here,
got
so
to
I
this
don't care
point
if
where
she is a
it was just
lesbian.
wait
That's
and
her
react.
business.
And Kostakis was like, yo, if you're going to give me the floor to close this distance,
Sandra
you know I'm
Bullock
going
is
to attack with
62.
down 4-2. Great sidestep right there by Yorditz. But yeah, he really did kind of lean on the fact that he knew he wanted to move, that he knew he wanted to try to evade. Finished a lot of strings, which gave him a lot of counter hits. And even if he didn't trade for big damage, just the fact that he was able to get that hit and keep the life lead really did set the bar for him.
Yeah, that was another 2-1, very close game, and you know that does mean Kostakis is going to be facing Farzine in the next round of the games, and you know that's not going to be easy on either of the players. Farzine does have a bunch of different characters under his belt, but could be sword versus sword.
Farzine can play
Victor,
fucking
which will be
everyone,
very
bro.
very interesting. I would like to see Victor versus Clive. I think both characters have a lot of range, have a lot of options, and the mix-up potential on both sides can be very very interesting. But you know, it could be anyone else, could be Lydia, could be Yoshi maybe. Who knows?
That's true.
I think my nigga JDCR on the stream, bro.
But there's only one option for our stage host here. It's going to be none other than Logan Sama. What do you got for us?
Thank you very much, Steve. It's time to get into our third match of the first round here at the final bracket. And first up, hailing from France, representing Crazy Esports.
Hacksmark, bruh.
Okay, that's the energy I'm here for. Representing Crazy Esports, he qualified out of Europe 1 region with 550 points. In a regional group stage, he qualified through Group C with a perfect 4-0 record, 8 wins, 0 losses. Let's welcome onto the stage, Hexmark! His opponents, hailing from Pakistan, representing Falcons. He qualified out of the Pakistan region with 540 points across the season. He made it here into the final bracket, qualifying through Group B in the regional group stage. Let's make some noise and welcome Usama Abbasi! Okay, gentlemen, it's time to determine who wants to pick sides. We'll do rock, paper, scissors. If you guys want to take it away, best 2 out of 3. Let's go. Oh. Oh, my word. Oh! Okay. Let's hand it back over to Tasty Steve and Pun Life.
Listen, that's a man of action, River. No words needed. Didn't tell us the side. Just went straight to it.
He just walked up. He's like, I want him out of here.
He's about to give us that work, right? He's ready for it. But listen, I think we know who the crowd wants to win. Obviously, the European bias will definitely be in play here. And hey, I might be biased as well. I'm only human. I'm always going to root for the European, or maybe not always, but most of the time, 90% of the time. But you know, it's hard to say how good Usama Abbasi is at this point. He's beat everyone at the biggest dojo, not dojo challenger, but we had this year, Takedown, which was an insane event. One of the best events we had all tour
in
this year. So it's going to be a tough opponent. He came to Europe. He has played a lot of European players. He did put a lot of belts to asses, really. Lots in the way he's doing, especially only the best. He's playing his mind out, so it's going to be very interesting to see if he can do it one more time against another European.
Well, look, I mean, speaking of the European, man, I saw Hexmark in the lobby when I got there, and he was just like, yo, Steve, they kind of sleep on Paul. They don't know. He's like, I'm about to show him the true power of Paul. And it made me really interested to see how well he's been playing this entire week. But Usama Abbasi, we can see right here, first appearance on a TWT stage, guard breaker, final round, as well as heat wave showdown, like you said before, 540 points. Not easy to get when you know you're traveling around the world, fighting up against the best players in the world, but he's put it all on the line here to be up on the stage. Usama Abbasi definitely got his work cut out for him, though, going up against Hexmark.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's worth highlighting, especially in Hexmark's case, is France is such a strong scene. We're such a devoted scene to the locals. Great TOs, great producers, great casters, great players. And, you know, they've been uniting to make sure those dojos were as big as possible as well and make sure that the players had as much chance as possible. It was even just difficult for some of the other countries in Europe to really keep up with the numbers that France was putting out. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But we have the card selected Eddie on the side of Usama Abbasi, Paul on the side of Hexmark. And like you said, you know, people are sleeping on Paul. We have this card all the time in 7. We don't have him quite as much here, potentially a little bit harder in some cases. But, you know, this card still definitely brings the damage. And I'm sure there'll be, I always see Trojan and other players, you know, looking for the tech, pulling out all kinds of tech on Twitter with this card as well. So you can't be understated how strong he still is.
Well, here we go. Hexmark versus Usama Abbasi coming up, and the shredder kicks to start it off. To the wall we go.
Ooh. Oh, he messed up. That's supposed to be ooze.
Drum roll, please. Luckily, he was not close enough to get that wall splat, so that worked out. Sidestep 4. Usama not even waiting any chance. No time wasted. Starts on the offense. 2.
What's the mix as well? A little bit of a deficit, but hey, one deficit could do all the damage here. Like a down 1-2, but that's no matter. Heat Smash claiming the first round for Usama Abasi.
Okay, okay.
Paul doesn't move. I just realized
Does not
that.
come into the counter this time.
When he's because Paul's a
Okay,
judo
finishes the string.
practitioner.
Hexmark trying
So
to
he
move,
doesn't
gets
like
clipped.
move back and
Careful
forth.
again, the big deficit. And Hexmark does like playing the low risk, low reward playstyle to start as he gathers information. He'll definitely place that investigation phase a lot.
Yeah, that he can
no duck.
DF1 like down 3. It's a stupid
Abasi
shit.
right now has been so good while standing
Because
3-2
the
though.
DF1 has no range,
throw
and then
whips
he can
again.
just so he can whip DF1 and then
Back
down
3 trade at that,
and
heat
then
burst.
he's in range.
Side
This
step
nigga is
forward.
dead. One
Relax,
mix.
what's the mix? Stands up out of it, and just this pick
Empty.
and choose game of just poking Hexmark to death.
Like he's dead here.
Oh,
Yeah.
the second hit connecting with Samabasi pulling head, but I like the delays and the attempt as well to look for those counter hits. It is really important on Eddie.
A lot of times we've seen such stark different Eddies, right? Especially like John Dink. John Dink presses on the gas, he doesn't give you a chance. Well, someone plays a little different. He's like, yo, I want to see what you're going to do. I want to see how you're going to react. And I'm going to play it just a little bit slower. And more pokes than anything. But here's a big pickup for Hexmark. Oh,
Done.
nice stage hazard.
Nice, they're running
I
there.
love this move. Oh!
So nice, he had to do it twice, right? Down 1-2, looking for the counter as well. Nice
There it is.
punish.
That was so good. Launch. QCF3 to stabilize.
Activating, gets the stack, and the wall stacks are so important. You're gonna get him as early as possible too now. The threat of the mix as well from handstand is gonna be so important.
Deep dive after the 4-2. Oh my god, the handstand launcher.
Big chunk of damage, time slowly ticking as well, dashing up as well to make sure he can continue the pressure.
I like that little relax reset right
Little
there.
weave. Oh shit.
Catching him moving.
Something.
That fist?
Finishes the streak.
No punish.
No punish. Oh, oh.
Oh, looking for a Magic 4 potentially. Hexmark down 3 rounds right now. Samabasi looking really, really good. It's kind of an uncharacteristic because I think Hexmark is trying to look for potentially those bigger reads as he's gathering information, but it's very difficult for him to do so, right? We saw him dealing with handstand a few times, dealing with it really, really well, but also Samabasi is making sure he's covering up all his bases with going to relax, but also making sure he dashes up from relax to keep that clean hit range dangerous and unsafe for Hexmark.
Here we go. God, I love this stage. I love it
Me
so
too.
much.
Hometown advantage for Hexmark, right?
The music. And it is a hometown advantage for sure. Game 2
Ooh, no punish this time.
plays such a slower game than the Eddies that we're used to.
Nice in terms of
Yeah,
1-2.
John Ding
Committed.
came out pretty soon,
Oh.
honestly.
The evasion working as well again. Usama Abasi keep dashing up from the relax. Does not matter. Hexmark, big, low parry.
Charged?
Charge it. Nice.
Ah, but he
block
blocked
while
it.
rising 2.
I think that's the first time he presented the option as well in the demo, man. So Usama reacting already is definitely going to put some fear in his
Still
heart.
alive. Yeah, I wanted to watch Hexmark, honestly. But I'm mostly
Going under the
up
jabs,
for Wolfball.
going low with this option and goes low again. Just on that first hit, Usama Abasi, another round, 4 rounds straight right now.
In that first game, he would go into relax and goes back to standing. This time, he's staying in relax, gets the big launcher, and the lows are starting to add up for Osama Mbasi's favor.
Yeah, those delays are trying to force Hexmark to actually press the button into it, and then we begin this timing mix, right? So it's going to be very difficult for him to deal with this right now. Nice little 1-2 as well. Hexmark looking for something. Nice break.
Finishing the string. Hexmark getting a little anxious. Okay, here we go. Still has plenty of heat. We've seen him connect with the 4-2 quite a bit. Pumping the pedal. That's not going to do it one more round. And Osama Abasi moves on.
This is looking rough right now, Steve. Hexmark, oh, it's not looking good. The counter hit landing as well.
Back 3-3, and he's taking him to the wall as well. Heat's still there, so he's got resources, and 50% of his life is already gone.
He activated as well, and the second hit connecting counter hit. I don't know. I don't think this is enough to kill. Nice catch the splat.
Okay, big damage on deck.
Not dead just yet, but needs to lay out as much damage as possible. Gets the big death fist. Charging that up back too.
He's
Oh,
dead.
Smash connects. He's
One
not
hit.
quite dead. Has he available? Needs
Dead.
something, but gets tracked for the movement.
He's lost, bro.
Usama Abasi, all
That's
killer.
over?
No filler.
Yeah,
Didn't stay aside, just went straight to the setup, got his 6 rounds, and he's gonna go sit down and relax for a bit. But it's a rough one on Hexmark.
All
I
business.
smoke a
My man
fucking
was all
body.
business. Didn't say nothing, went to the seat, played his game, but like, once again, you gotta highlight just the fact that he does not play a conventional Eddie speed. Most Eddies, they're in your grill the whole time, trying to force you to make a mistake, committing to lows maybe even more frequently. He commits to a lot more pokes than anything. And he really uses the relaxed handstand mix-up to kind of force the game on you. And it makes you play a little slower, makes you second guess quite a bit. But the same thing kind of goes for Paul. He does feel like he played a little bit slower in this game, but he has the damage to back it up. Unfortunately, Hexmark wasn't able to get it really started, even though he started with a bang with that big shred of kicks in the first round, first game.
Yeah, it's very interesting, as you're saying, like just the frail relax is very, very interesting. Obviously, at first, Usama Basi started pressing buttons on somewhat intermediate timing, but then the timing delay, just dashing up, kind of seeing what he's going to do and playing around the delay and trying to force Hexmark to check him with something. And then you're just going to get that rotation of, okay, he checks with his button, so now I can press another immediate button to deal with that option. So it's a very, very interesting playstyle. But yeah, like I said, Hexmark just really not getting a chance to get started. We saw him always looking for that information, looking for something to play off of. Once he starts seeing your habits and how you play, just definitely trying to use that to then make the high-risk decisions. But the moment he went for Demo Man, got blocked, got shut down. So that's the first blowout we had today, and hopefully Hexmark can adapt and clear his mindset, because he is on the loser's side, 1 life left. He's not out of it just yet, but Usama Basi facing Arslan Ash in winners round 2. That's just winners round 2, not even top 8 yet.
Look, how do you go from this winners round 1 into round 2 and be like, yeah, now I gotta fight Arslan Ash, now I gotta fight Farzine, now I gotta fight Bull Gold. Okay, no problem. Well, I'm sorry to hear it, but I'm happy to see it, because the matches are gonna be crazy, and we got the best seat in the house. Great match all around. Usama Basi, one of the players you definitely should have been paying attention to. He's not here by mistake. It is raw gameplay, but Hexmark definitely has another chance. I can't wait to hear this crowd actually cheer for him in that losers bracket. But once again, that's just how the cookie crumbles this time. But once again, looking a lot better than a cookie, my man, Logan Sama, on stage to introduce the next players.
Oh, Steve, stop flirting. Right, let's get into our final match of round 1. And it's time to introduce our first player, hailing from Japan, representing Team Yamasa, qualifying out of the Japan region with 750 points. He had a perfect record in Regional Group B, a 4-0 record, 8 game wins, 0 game losses. Let's welcome onto the stage, Nobi!
I love Nobi, man. I know Nobi is not in my top 3 players, but I like him a lot.
And his opponent, hailing from South Korea, representing Z10. He qualified out of the South Korea region with 250 points across the season. He qualified for the final bracket out of Regional Group A. Let's make some noise for Breadman! Gentlemen, it's time to rock, paper, scissors for player side. So if you'd like to do that for me right now, take it away. Nobi will be on player 1 side. Let's head back over to the delicious Tasty Steve and the mildly palatable Pun Life. Now, you're lovely as well, Pun. God bless you.
Don't do that to my guy. Don't do that to my guy, all right? Don't do
Hello, HR. I'd like to report a violation. Come on, man. Don't do me like that. But hey, it is what it is. This matchup, I've been looking forward to this, right? So, Nobi, a legend. There are 2 players in the finals that have attended 5 different TWT finals. And that's Nobi and Ni. No one else has managed that feat. They've only missed 1 finals each. It's funny because they missed different finals. I think it was 23 for 1, 24 for the other. So, you know, veterans. Nobi even winning the King of the Iron Fist tournament before we had the Tekken World Tour as well, way back in the 2015, 2016 era. So, you know, I wasn't even playing the game yet. We didn't even have the console release of Tekken 7 yet. So this is old times. This is back in the 7.0 era, the arcade era. So it's going to be very interesting how he adapts. Obviously, he's been playing different characters recently as well. He's been kind of gravitating away from Dragunov a little bit. During the Korea-Japan scrims, we were seeing a lot of Steve from him.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us were really excited. There was a lot of really good matches. One on that Steve, and then in the regional polls, he was using the Lars, right? Which feels like a very nice, happy medium between Steve and Dragunov. So it's going to be interesting to see who he plays out. I'd like to see the Steve. The card is hype, man. You know, boxing is awesome and all that. So I'd like to see that Steve. But you know, what would you like to see?
I mean, look, I really like seeing Breadman.
Getting Steve would
I
be
like
awesome.
seeing Breadman with the Leroy. The Leroy, we don't get as much representation, but even more so, I just feel like he has quite the understanding of the character. Nobi, like you said before, though, I mean, this guy is a legend, man. He's been around for so long. I've been a fan for just as long. And, like, shout out to the Yamasa boys, too, man. He's one of those guys that's been really kind of putting that team up as all times possible. This guy, Breadman, though, 49th at the last chance qualifier for 2024. And as you can see, he's really been out here traveling as well, man. I feel like each year we get to see him more and more, and he's really been stepping up to the plate with his characters as well as showing up. It's one of the reasons he's up here on the stage trying to win that bad boy right there. All shined up. I'm telling you right now. Real gold, apparently. That's real gold on that bad boy.
Kilos away. I saw it took like 3 people to lift it up. That stuff is crazy. But there's my answer. We're not seeing any Steve. Come on, Nobi. But, you know, Lars, a very good, capable card, especially this season. So it's going to be very interesting how it goes. And, you know, it kind of feels like a dream coming true as well, because I've learned from watching Morgold and Breadman back when he used to play Claudio as well. So to see him on a big stage like this, it feels like a dream come true. But hey, another game right now. Winners round 1. The last game of winners round 1. Team Nobi versus Z10 Breadman. Let's go. Again, back in France. Pretty not sudden moves right now, but 2-2-2, nice. 1-1-1 rubber, sorry.
Okay. Instant heat activation, gets the counter hit, and this is where Breadman gets to play. Recover some life back, no gray left on his side.
It was interesting as well. Nobi already was looking for that backsway earlier. Definitely one of the things he was known for. Keeping the pressure going, nice break.
Okay. 4-4. Tries to go on the Hermit, stands back, one to close it out. No.
That's a great call-out from him as well. Sidewalk left working out beautifully there against the Tsubaki.
Shoeshine blocks it this time. Low parry, Nobi's ready.
Again, it's Lars, so it should be easy carry through the wall here. Ooh, drops the ender. Unfortunate.
Tried to go for a punish. Didn't get it, though. And not guarding his toes at all, Nobi knows.
Yeah, Voshin's looking rough, man.
Okay.
Gotta get away from Scornable.
No break.
The callouts right now from Nobi have been super good, especially on the parries, especially on the kind of all options that Breadman is presenting.
Oh, tried to cancel in the Hermit, expecting something from Nobi. Nobi hits the brakes, takes his time, 2 rounds.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful about how you punish that low as well, because the possibility of the parry coming out, but oh, it gives him the lightning.
Okay, 1-2-4, fishing for orbital. Man, Breadman is just having a hard time getting anything started in his first game.
And the movement from Nobi has been so tight, and nice low parry once again.
To the wall.
Nobi looking very good as well. It's the family man, Vav. I'm telling you, he was so strong in the regional leaderboard as well.
Crazy.
Looking so good.
Gotta bring home the bacon, man. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bacon on that pedestal as well, man.
Oh.
Nice in terms of the timing. They're going low once again. I'm just waiting for that mid to hit, man. That's going to be a chunky mid.
Speaking of mids, Hermit stance once again. Almost 10 seconds left on the
heat,
clock.
burn the
Breadman,
heat,
if you want to come back alive in this game, you got to do it soon.
Time taking. Nobi trying to play with that space. Oh, he's just backdashing. He's using movement so
Echoes.
well. Nice Waston for to interrupt as well. The call out doesn't
Crazy
even need
dog.
a punish. Nobi playing perfectly here.
Defense. Defense. He couldn't even hit Nobi. That's crazy. And look, you can see the exhaustion weighing in. Breadman's like, what do I do to open this guy up? And he got a few pokes, but the spacing on the side of Nobi made it so it wasn't anything clean enough. Even when he went into Hermit stance, he really had a hard time trying to like get an extra hit in there, trying to make him like freak out, do something he wasn't prepared for. Nobi just never took the bite.
Yeah, Nobi just very well studied in this matchup. You know, he feels like he cannot be surprised by this character right now.
Okay. Okay, finally gets some up close, staying in Hermit stance. Nobi ready for the low out of there, though.
Nice, trying to stop that movement as well. Looking for his homing moves.
Okay. Down 4-2 this time.
And again, beautiful spacing. And Lars, again, one of his characters that has really good space control thanks to all the big range buttons.
Oh, not guarding his toes. Nobi. Almost a completely low round right there.
4 round straight now. Trying to use that down forward 1 mix. And again, low jump, no overcommitting, but he is just making it, and again, gives him the lightning. Nice little patience as well from Nobi. I love the timing, how simple he is playing. He's not doing anything crazy, just spacing out really beautifully, constantly keeping that low mix active.
Mix.
Man, Nobi's defense, and then when he turns to offense mode, just simple pokes, nothing crazy with the combos.
Oh, wow.
Almost got in trouble right there, though.
It's still like
Yeah, because Leroy has crazy lows, right?
Conversion, the 1,000 punches
Like out of
working out
combat?
beautifully.
Okay, let's see if he can get this wall. Yes, he
does.
does.
Has the Kane available.
That's a top character. Or is Can not a top character? He
Nobi
has
spending the heat. It recovers a little bit of health. Nice power crush.
10 seconds, and he gets him out of the air, goes in the Hermit. Okay, okay, finally getting around on the board. And instantly gets counter hit on the way on. What a duck.
And another one.
Man. Oh,
Ooh, the
1
one
plus
is fun.
2.
Outcast arrow. Should be able to carry through the wall. Nice. Again, he activation to extend the combo. Nice conversion as well. Beautiful. Popping those lows, a little bit of damage on each one, but hey, it's stacking up. Again, going low afterwards, but gets that big. So give me combo drops. I think wall axes definitely didn't help. He was trying to break the wall with that.
Down 1 plus 2, had the wall, had the combo, just couldn't close out. No, we can definitely bring it back here. He's got rage, no heat on either side, but a simple 2-2 with the punish to close it down. Breadman getting the lead in this second game, still needs a round to tie it up though.
Oh, side switch.
Nice, good bit of guaranteed damage to the back. Nice 2-2 punish as well. Looking for the orbital again. Try to go for this to the back. He's not quite finding it this time.
Back to that slow pace, low game is starting to add up once again. Hits him with the cane, the walking stick on
Oh,
the
the
nice
burst
cancel.
cancel combo, man. That's so sick. Good awareness from Breadman as well, carrying to the wall.
Oh my god, the damage! Bro, look at the
Combo drop.
damage!
Hey, TA reported the orbital from Nobi as well, trying to steal the show right now. Sidewall still saving lives, but he's trying to stabilize the combo. Drop of his own. Both are still alive in this set.
Trying to finish the string. Great awareness to not do so. Looking for that big mid of 4, 3 plus 4. What a block and a punish. Nobi says this is not over yet. I don't want him to get a game. I'm trying to go home now.
That point, Nobi, man. Breadman almost had it, but Nobi still staying alive. That's so unfortunate for Chops.
Nice block.
And he's trying to call out those lows now, but he has to be so careful. Those Lars mids
Bro,
can be a bit of a nuisance.
Okay, not ready for the low
Bro,
this
it's
time
so
around.
late and we lit.
I like how he's threatening
How was
with
your
Hermit
stream?
stance. Nobi just backing up, more defense.
We on the
For the slower
finals.
mids as well, now trying to condition Nobi to
Whoa,
press something.
winners round. But the tournament should be to like.
Good defense on both sides now. Game's
Well,
going
wait
down
for
to a
Wilson.
crawl.
I'm a
He
Wilson
runs out for
fan.
Nobi.
Yeah, he was using this size of 3 plus 4 a lot.
Oh shit, I should probably
Nice
follow
interrupt as well,
you.
stealing the show.
Counter hit.
A little follow
Once again,
back
we're seeing a
action.
lot of counter hits from Breadman with that low.
Dude,
That
we
back
don't
forward,
want
quite really
Astro,
blocking.
bro.
And
in
the
the
heat
fucking
smash
game,
connecting.
man.
Is this enough? Yes, it
Broken
is.
ass fucking
Breadman staying
character.
alive. But hey, that was a bit of a
That's not
stressful
what we
situation with
need.
those drops on both sides.
Yeah, we
I
should
do want to
collab.
highlight one thing, because
I
it's really
stream,
important
like,
to understand why
everything.
he went
I'm
for
a
the
big
burst
Tekken
cancel.
fan.
So
I just
when
want
you
a
use
stick.
heat in this game, especially when you're mid
So
combo,
I'm
you're actually
currently
inflicting
training to get
a
better on
scaling
that.
penalty on your combo.
But
So
I also
if
play
you
like
are able to get like a
everything.
class 0 launcher like that,
I'm a
and
game
then
dev
do the
by
burst
trade.
cancel, so there's no hit actually connecting, there is
so
no
I like all
penalty on the
games.
scaling. So you're getting the heat and
but
then
if you
use
wanna
it
play,
later
like,
on in the combo
Fortnite
without the
or, like,
potential
Jackbox
drawback of
or,
doing
like,
it. So, you know, lab your characters. There
anything,
are launchers that do
I'd
allow for
love
those kind of things,
to
and especially
play
post-tornado
something.
situations, you can also do it sometimes.
I'm one of
So we can
those.
figure that
I
out. I
just
agree
full
with my
crops
Discord.
down,
I'm pretty
full
sure my
two
Discord
king,
will-
pop, beat, cancel, full combo pickup.
Yeah, but super sick combos as well.
Things.
Lots of stage houses on the stage, and you know, I think Lars is going to have a little bit of an advantage, especially with the
There's
walls
no
and playing
Oscar
the big
in
wall
top
carry. But
20
hey,
though.
that sweet bang
All the
right now from
Oscars are
Breadman
out.
doing some work.
No holding back.
Holding back to the other wall.
That's going to break
Boom.
another one, right?
Oh my god.
Yes,
Oh my
that's
god,
over
it
as
was the
well.
wall. But it's so
We want
scaled
to know about
now.
getting the final hit.
61 damage on a 22 hit combo.
Oh, looking for the outcast arrow again. He running out. He tried to go low.
Lightning tackle?
Gets away from that down jab.
Oh,
Yeah!
Could have closed it out.
No grab?
it was the right punish to a big crunch.
No heat, no dash.
Oh my! Tornado?
Time to run
No
it with
tornado?
connecting as well. The side roll again, saving lives. 10 seconds to go. Both in rage. Good
Nice
block.
block.
Going after kill though. Breadman a little bit of a deficit.
Nice.
The Shoeshine again working out. Nobi pulling ahead once again.
Repeat offender with the lows. Looking forward, duck. Big tracking mid out of the stance.
Yeah, he's continuing with stance transitions as well to delay his timing. Gets the lightning once more. Nice punish.
Jeez. Okay. Threatening with Herman stance.
That was a song,
And he's changing
actually.
the options. Will no longer
They
use
need to
the-
nerf that
the-
heat shit,
the
right?
slow mid, going for the faster options.
They nerfed how plus heat activation is on block, but they didn't nerf how far it attaches to
but
your
got to hit the
block.
heat dash,
So
but
you
not
can
the
be
combo.
like 2
And
or
the
3 or
punish
4 backdashes away
Try to go for the slower
from a
option
heat
again. Nobi
activation,
calling it out.
and it will still hit your block.
Teasing
Like,
with
it's
the
actually
down forward
stupid.
two. Nice block,
Dead.
great punish. Nobi on
Nobody
set
won
point.
round.
Breadman got to pull something out of the bag, man. All those cards maybe not working out. He's here for the
Side
bread, but
switch.
Nobi trying to take the bread away from him. Nice, big chunk of damage. Not quite able to carry to the wall, but hey, this
I'm
is still
really
decent
quiet.
positioning.
Nah, I think it's because I'm far away as fuck
Against
from my
S3 plus 4,
mic.
going for the
I'm
punch, chain
sitting like
punch.
super far back.
No!
Like,
Could have been a heat activation for Breadman.
I don't
Gets it anyway.
Sidestep.
I'm gonna turn it off
Uh-huh.
now. Where?
Nice
Yeah.
combo as well. I'm not saying anything, man. I don't want these combos to be
Can you
dropping.
hear me now?
Oh, big damage.
It's because my mic is like back beside my PC.
Nobi going mid. Nice.
Right,
He's
you
my
should be
spin as well.
okay
What's the
now.
option for Breadman afterwards?
Much
Going
better.
for slower mid.
But
Needs to pull
anyway,
something else in the trade on the
I
orbital
said
in
I
his
play
favor, but
everything.
that could
I
have
mostly
been
play
scary.
Tekken.
Breadman
I
staying
bought a stick.
alive.
That definitely could have been death.
And if you want to,
Oh, what a trade.
Like, co-stream on anything,
3. Well, 1, 2, get
like
him
I
out of
play
there.
everything. Like I'll
Yeah,
play
small little
Fortnite.
drops against Shoeshine.
I'll play fucking Roblox.
Punish.
Yeah, the parry finally working out.
I play Zenless.
Had
I haven't
that
played
counter
Zenless
hit,
in a
but
while.
didn't believe gives chance to Nobi for a low parry.
He activated
And
as well.
yeah, I play
Okay,
everything.
chunky
Like there's a
combo.
lot of fucking RPGs coming out this year.
Shoeshine again goes low.
Yeah, no,
That's
go to
enough
bed.
to kill with
I'm
the
staying
counter
up,
hit. Nobi
to watch the whole
going
thing.
forward.
But yeah.
Breadman, what a performance from him as well, trying to get back.
I
into it.
already
It's
did.
not
I already
quite,
followed you back.
Not quite ready.
The Lars, man. I like seeing the choices from Nobi. Nobi having a multitude of characters.
Yeah,
to choose
I
from,
stream
and
because I
playing them in
enjoy
certain
it.
matchups is exactly
Dude,
what you
the
like to see
fucking
from a player
Omega, the
as
custom
established,
Omega
a
law.
legend like Nobi. But of course,
Holy.
Breadman still has a chance in his lower bracket.
I need
the Lars
the
still,
girl
once
that
again,
made all my
interesting pick.
emotes. I used to have
Very,
sex
very
with.
interesting. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie.
But
I would have liked to see the
she
Steve. I
doesn't
think
make my
with
emotes
Steve as a
anymore.
character, like also is severely underrated and
So,
super fun
yeah.
to watch. But hey,
I
Lars,
might be the coolest
Nobi making
streamer,
it
by
look
the
really,
way.
really good.
Not gonna
And
lie.
really, really fun and playing him in a mostly very
But
simple way. Just
I'm
going
the
for
cool- I'm the
combos
most
lows,
unknown
training up his
streamer.
timing as well. Not
I
always
need my
committing
live
to the full
stream fail
Shoeshine.
clip.
We saw him as well going to the dynamic entry a few times as well to mix up his timing. His spacing was absolutely immaculate. You can really see how many years of experience he has under his belt. And he's, trying to put himself back on top. He might be a family man. He might not have as much time to play as he used to back in the day. But he definitely is still a very strong and very serious competitor.
Nobody did really
Let's
well.
take a look back at this set and just the defense that we saw on the side of Nobi. Lots of hits, obviously, right? Like even running down.
I'm
to where the
not
timer was out and still brave enough to
KJGD.
play at this
I
range.
just
He
know
definitely could've got hit
Storm.
by a bunch of tricky
Like,
rolls, but
because
just knowing when to
Storm-
turn that offense on,
Storm-
and we saw
Storm
it
has
kinda
been on
start
neutral
to
for, like,
build up
2
where
years.
Breadman got a lot more confident with some of his attacks, right? And
but,
that's
like,
when Nobi's like, you
Storm
know
is,
what?
like,
Maybe I should play
21.
even
I'm
more on the
29.
defensive side.
Like,
But we're
Storm is
still able to
not
find stuff
my
like this orbital
boy.
against
He's
the wall
like my
and go right
junior,
back to these big lows.
who's like
Yeah,
kind
and
of
it's
good
a bit
at
unfortunate
fighting
as well
games.
for Breadman,
So, like,
I think
that
the
was, like,
situations with the closing
our,
dropping
like, linkage.
It's not just
Because
the
Storm
damage
is
loss
like
that's
one of the
really
best
important, it's also the fact
Lancelots
that
on
you're using wall
GBS
carry,
VR.
and that means you're losing wall position, and that makes it hard to close down your
So
opponent.
I
in
became
those
friends with
situations,
him
looking down
because
in a
I
position
like
where they cannot
Granblue,
have as
or I
many
used to like
options, and,
Granblue.
all the high risk options are way riskier than walls because it does.
But
I
I don't like Granblue anymore. So
it's-
he's just like a
it's-
neutral?
It sucks. It definitely sucks. But Breadman, he's going to take a breather. Take some
But
time,
yeah,
fix
I'm
it
not-
down,
I'm not
get
with
back into
them,
it. He
bruh.
doesn't lose his
I'm not
style,
with
he's
anyone,
definitely not out of
bruh.
his just yet, but Nobi's
I've been
going
on the
to
internet
bounce
longer
back
than
as
these
well.
niggas, bruh. I'm gonna be
Looking
so
confident
real,
and
bruh.
poised.
One of my
Jeez, well,
one
we
of
got
my
the
like
first
Twitter
winners
mutuals is like,
round
why don't you
done
have
and done.
10,000
The John
followers?
Kostakis,
And I'm like,
Osama Abbasi, and Nobi will be
you
moving
tell
on.
me, bruh.
As we move on,
There's
to
no Oscar,
winners
but, you know.
round 2. This is where
We'll
our
cheer for
global
Oscar.
leaderboard top 4 have been
Have a
waiting
good
the
night.
entire week that we've been
Miss
playing Tekken, but you're
Brit.
finally gonna get to see him throw hands. The digital fisticuffs are on the way. We got Mulgold versus the John. It's big set up, and as we know, he came
Mulgold
from
should
that
win.
LCQ. He definitely just took out Edge, but the bracket tells a great story. We're gonna get to that first part of it coming up real shortly here.
Yeah, and so far, what's your favorite match? Obviously, we've had 4 matches, all killer, no filler.
Oh, man.
All killer, no
all
filler.
of them were really good. I got to say that the John Edge match was probably my favorite to start it off. But I'm sure I'm going to have a different one by the time we get towards the end of this bad boy. What about you?
I really like yours versus Kostakis. I thought there's a lot of options being presented as well. I think the fact that Kostakis actually looked really confident in the match. It was all the theatrics before the match and after the match were really interesting as well. But all the best still very much ahead of us.
Yeah, we got plenty of games left for you guys watching at home. Of course, man, it's been a pleasure here talking with Pun Life. I'm glad that we moved it around so we can make this talk happen. We've been having conversations a lot off camera, and I'm a big fan of this guy, man, a fan of the stats, and you guys got a big opportunity. Go check out some of the stats yourself. Head on over, follow us on Twitter, hashtag TWT Final. We got a break, but when we come back, we're going to get to that winners round 2 right after this.
Yes, sir. We play fucking... How long's the break? I forgot to play this game. Where's my fucking ride, bruh? That's funny. I'll never get caught for this because no one watches my stream. So, no one will see this. Also, you can't really tell.
From your beginner days to where you are now, I've seen you win. I've seen you lose. And I've always been here, right in front, lighting it all up. We were together when you first discovered gaming. That feeling, the discoveries, the friendships. You never shied away from me. You cried. You've tilted. Your bursts of joy. You've discovered fame. You felt everything.
I fucking died.
I've seen you become you. We've always been together in your gaming journey.
Tekken 5DR 最初にやったのは
fucking cell phone,
Tekken
bro.
4です
The first Tekken title I ever played, I think it was Tekken 6.
जो मैंने सही तरह से खेला था वो टेकन टैग 2 था टेकन मैंने खेली थी टेकन 3 खेली थी I started to play Tekken in high level at Tekken 7 and also still playing right now.
J'ai commencé par Tekken 3. My first Tekken is Tekken 3.
My first game Tekken is Tekken 7.
I started playing Tekken in 2018, so it was Tekken 7.
誰をってよりもいろんな地域に行っていろんな人とやりたい。
You can't fast travel through the map.
パキスタンが
This is taking the
普段
hype.
でみんな強くて練習集まってしてる感じがするので、ちょ
But
っ
I
と
guess
パ
you
キス
could just go
タンの
to
練
the
習は
other
ちょっと行ってみたい
house.
かなと思います。
If I teleport from Pakistan and play with any player, I don't know actually. I mean, I need a player or training partner that play multiple characters. I need to find that one like Asif for hours. because we play like
Bomb.
जॉन्डिंग होगा वो, क्योंकि मैं शुरू से जॉन्डिंग की गेम देखता आ रहा हूँ, क्योंकि वो एडी का प्लेयर है तो मुझे इसका गेम स्टाइल भी पसंद है, और वो दूसरे कैरेक्टर भी खेल लेता है, तो इस वजह से
मैं तो प्रेफर करूँगा, मैं तो वही प्लेयर जो है ना जो पसंद करूँगा वही करूँगा जो कैरेक्टर खेलता हो, तभी उसके साथ मेरी प्रैक्टिस अच्छी हो सके। ये भी सब कैरेक्टर खेल लेता है तो मैं ये को चूज़ करूँगा।
I think it's a very hard question because also Korean and Pakistan scene is Japan scene also is everyone is strong. Everyone is strong. I think, but in my opinion, I choose the Pakistani scene with my local scene, and the training partner maybe I think choose the Atif.
Étant donné que oui, la Corée et le Pakistan, ça domine bien en ce moment, j'aurais bien demandé un Arslanage, un Atif ou un Mi ou un JDCR de m'entraîner.
Maybe Aslat Ash, between Aslat Ash and Atif.
I painted the same thing. It was I thought it's always else.
Welcome back to the Tekken World Tour 2025 Finals. It's final bracket day, and we have just completed the first round of winner's side, which means it is time to progress into round two. And you're going to be seeing some of the faces that you have not yet seen play this week. That's right. Some of those global seeded players will be joining us on stage. Let's get into our first matchup. And without any delay, welcome our first player, one of those seeds hailing from South Korea, representing Gen G Esports. He was the #1 ranked player globally across the season with 2,820 points. He qualified for the final bracket because he was the #1 seed. Let's welcome on stage, Mogo! And let's welcome, returning to the stage after his first round victory against Edge, the LCQ champion, hailing from Pakistan, representing Al Qadsiya Esports, the John.
They're really so small. They must have saved money on renting this
Gentlemen,
one.
I'm going to need you to rock, paper,
It's like a
scissors to determine
300-person
player's
arena.
side. So if you'd like to take it away. Okay, Mogo will be P1 side. Let's hand it back over to the caster's desk with Margin Obama and Brown Man.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the epicenter of
Brown
the
Man off
action here
acid,
at the
bro. That
Tekken World
sucks.
Tour Finals 2025 in Malmö, Sweden. I am the ever-hydrated Brown Man, joined here today by the magnificent Margin Obama. How you doing, my
What's
man?
going on, Brown Man? How you feeling? Look, when we see these two players step up, We've had flashbacks, right? People like Spag, us, we've had front row seats to watching this regional rivalry play out in a way that goes beyond just, it's really easy to get distracted with the Arslan Ash and Atif and Nee. You forget about the other guys sometimes, right? We just saw Osama Abbasi qualify, still on winner's side, but this is the guy who, I like watching this matchup. I like watching the Edge versus the John, who just got over to make it this far in the winner's round 2 here at the top 20. But going up against the #1 leaderboard, he's been one of the most consistent players all year. Through losses, able to battle back. Remember the opener against Nee where he got just dismantled and then fought back against him on that stage in Chicago to be able to punch the win. And this is another one of those matches, man, it just like the temperature rises a little bit in the arena a little bit. You can feel it. This one's going to mean something right here. Mogold versus the John.
It's going to be an interesting one to come back to as well.
Yeah.
We're talking about the last, 8 months. You were talking about, the last matches in Chicago, things like that. But we had their last encounter go to Mogold's favor, and he looked very prepared. Nothing was touching him that day.
He looked very prepared, but you got to remember, this is an anime game. The John got through that LCQ with the power of love, family, and friendship. Is he going to take that with him today on this stage up against the monster Mogold? Pakistan versus Korea, a rivalry almost through new matchups and new players, constantly renewed right here. Winners round 2, top 20 of your Tekken World Tour 2025, top 20 bracket. Let's get into it. Mogold versus the John.
Now, is the John part of the main story? Is he just an OVA in this anime? Let's find out. Now, Mogold, let's see what he comes back in. He knows he can't use the same strategy he employed last time. The John and all of his teammates and all of his training partners will have planned for that. Let's see what he's got in store for us today. Excellent spin back, setting the tone so far. Got to touch me first.
Immediately throwing. We run up to the grappler. We get throws too. Swinging.
All right, feeling each other out.
Yeah.
Right in each other's face. They haven't started swinging yet, but there we go.
Wow,
nice sidestep into the
pistons.
Claudio Twin Piston. Sends him up. Excellent wall situation for him as well.
And this is where things are going to come into play here. Watching how Mogold wants to play around the wall, watching how the John reacts. Sidestep and immediate return with that charge shot. Activate, and look at the return he's going to get for this.
And Mogold definitely likes to test people towards the start of the set to see how they deal with that. Let's see what he does with that information. But now trying to fight his way from that wall. Does not want to stay there. Going in with that elbow. Nice. The John special. Should be able to spike him down here. And the down forward one to close it out. Leader so far in this set.
And that's an immediate check there. And that wall positioning where Mogold is traditionally so strong and dominant. The John with an immediate answer. But now let's see how the option rotation works a little bit. Now that Mogold knows that he's going to be looking for that charge shot, wants to step off. Is he maybe going to apply one more just safe mid pressure at the wall? Hammer him with that sidestep 4, or is he going to get clapped up by this beast in heat? Jab float.
Excellent.
Activation.
Back has a little bit of health to recover, using up some of that heat. Smash down. Uses up the rest of his meter there. Heat smash gone. What has he got? Close on health. Uses up that install. Heat smash coming in, plus frames. Delays it a little bit, but floats him out of the air. Mogold, look at Prime, might be able to take this round.
I would have raged
wow,
out
man,
there.
the focus that he had in that situation.
Nice.
And the back one, Claudio classics to close it out.
I don't think it was blinking, man. He was looking for every animation he could.
Starting
off with a big commitment there from the John. Now Mogold trying to close it in.
No way that
press into
fucking
the
shit
armor that
so
time and actually still safe. Able to back out.
Good break on the Shining Wizard attempt. Now, see, Mogold is backing up a bit more. In the first round and a half, he was willing to kind of stay and slug it out and see what John had for him up close. But now he's figured out, all right, the John is pressing. He knows the timing. I got to go in and out. And you can see he's slowing down on the heavier buttons and moving in and out to try and catch the John on something.
And Mogold's been pretty conservative with his application of lows. Really just a solid mix of jabs and those mid strings. Spell string as well. Be able to try to just, again, control that mid-range space. Big giant swing there from the John, though. Post-counter activation here from Mogold. What's it going to look like?
Another one?
Again,
he's going to die.
Ripped up, parallel
He's
to
going to
the
be
wall.
1 health. No
throw
wall.
back to center stage.
Just out of range. Now the John saved himself there, using that heat smash. Trying to use some pokes here to close it out. But everybody's game, 30 seconds to go.
And just like that, the wall standing forward to close it out for the John.
That was my guess too. I thought I lost.
This is a back and forth. This
Yeah,
is a back and forth round, man.
Because this is round 2.
You love to see it, but as a player, it may not be what you want.
And Mogul light punish there on the hop,
but I need to see the Season 3 announcements, and I need to see
John
the
is
finals.
thinking right now he wants that down 4-2 so bad.
It's just like, come over here, man. Let me show you something.
Again, sending a message to Mogul. You better, if you want to be a mid dispenser, I can be one too. Drop him. Take the down 3. No. Look for the chop.
Trying to get him on the wake up.
Getting some random
Mogul
legs
playing
from
with that
India.
circlet string a lot too. Just that 2-1. Nice, good punish from the
I
John.
don't know if
Gonna
Indian
take
niggas fuck
advantage
with my
of the
shit,
frames there. Go and get the grab off. Giant swing him back to center stage.
No tag.
Trying to keep at that distance.
1-2.
John, a little bit of a health lead, but that's about to disappear. Morgold with a big counter hit down 4-2.
This is a big
now about to
combo
get a
for
whole ton of damage to this wall.
Yeah, with the wall with the
The
activation.
thing is, Claudio does what other people do in like 6 hits and 3 hits. That's why it feels broken.
Lateral movement there from Morgold. 3
Beyblade
seconds to
doesn't
go.
work.
Rajan Obama.
Crouch trap to interrupt. The
Nice
punish.
block.
And Mogul just barely able to take advantage of that last second. Get that guaranteed damage and go up. Down 4-2s, the John
boom.
brings it right back.
Yo, we slipped that one in real sneaky like.
And drop him. Woo. Take the low this time. Mixing
Sure
it
you
up.
The delay caught Morgold.
He can
off guard.
actually get
Yeah,
perfect
it's a
in here,
perfect
which is
situation,
stupid.
But to slam him into that phone booth.
Boom.
3-2-2,
One
leg
more
drop.
gas.
No, goes for
Blocked.
the homing.
No break, you're dead. You hit the
Sends
wall,
him
you're dead.
into that
Yeah.
wall, stripping him of his health. 7 golden letters. What a big statement. That was super back and forth.
That was
as we mentioned
2
before,
guesses.
You know, both sides
Because
were
the
really
first
getting
one
off
was a
a lot of
grab
options, a
and
lot
he
of counter
broke
hits,
it.
a lot of
And the
good
second,
situations. Those
then he
grabs
guessed
started
wrong on a
adding up. Those
string,
giant swings.
got blown
and was
up,
able to
and
close
then
it out
the
in a
last one was a
commanding
break.
way in that
The
7th
mind
letter.
games, especially for the John side. You saw like down 4-2 was basically not even an element in the matchup for like 3 of those rounds. And then that one round where he got super insistent on it, then he brings it back in the last round and it paid off big time.
He was using it just to kind of test him, poke him, and he was able to slip it in and get those counter hits through the strings that Morgold was employing as well. It's crazy.
It's such a good like game of chicken that he plays around with it. Really is good for being able to create moments of hesitation or just lack of confidence on your side defensively. You're trying to get a read.
Not letting the full charge go.
Mid strikes. And overall, the John's done a pretty decent job in spite of the tracking on that. Oh my! On that explosion.
Yo, the crowd's feeling away about that one.
Y'all better watch those boos, man. I've seen Mogul pop off in the crowd once or twice.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen that. You don't want to make this guy angry.
Yo, go change that EWC reaction, man.
You wouldn't like
The
that. what I
EWC
say.
reaction was fire, man.
All right, now
Tell
trying
the
to get
niggas
that
to
push,
shut
trying
up,
to
bro.
keep him near the wall, just poking him, trying to keep a barrier, like an invisible barrier that's just stop him from
Yeah, he was
escaping.
fishing for good counter hit tools there, right? But Mogul was just not giving it to him. Willing to just give up the real estate a little bit and just hold back.
1-2, delaying that string.
And it ends up in a side swap situation like this where Mogul can apply pressure, but he's getting gripped up, Brown Man.
Man, people don't realize at home, I know people in the chat right now, man, I would have broken that. Well, maybe you would have.
No,
but the way he's hiding these, you don't understand. He's running up into instant giant swing. People have no idea. When you are at the pinnacle of King, like the John is, hiding those in there, no matter how good you are. Morgold, #1 in the leaderboard, one of the best to ever do it, and he's not able to break them every time. That should tell you how hard it is. And he gets one there, but he's still on a losing ratio.
He's not doing the motion in a way that is telegraphed like that.
Yes,
he's hiding
exactly.
the input
That's
in
what it
between
is.
runs, short dashes like that, and that's ultimately throwing Mogul off and making the mix-up a lot harder to see. Which is why you might see him start to try to flash duck in some of those ranges just to negate the guess game.
88.
No, that catches
my
him on
God.
the wake-up attempt, tried to kip up. The John was ready for it.
Doesn't even go for the low or the mid strikes, just gonna step with him. Activate Mogul. Got the star
Wow.
first, but right
That
into a
hockey
knee.
should not have tracked him.
The John lowering his shoulder.
Dead. No scaling.
The Mogul has to make
Those
something happen here.
videos.
The John on set point here, the crowd clapping. They are getting into this. They want to see some blood.
You get fishing with that down 4-2, got the trade in his favor, not able to take advantage. Punish on the armor there for Mogul. Fishing with the hop, but nothing is coming up big here for him. Oh my God, the John laying it on him. Down 4-2, lets the follow-up rip. Jabs him out, gets the activation after, gets the wall.
So he's going for a combo video.
Gets taking just extra hits. Finally, sidestep 4, the lows coming out. They have not played that big of a factor in this matchup, and now paying off big time for Mogul. Gonna put him back in this round.
You don't want to give Mogul this type of opportunity. The John had a big health lead, but there it goes, dissipating. Evening up the round count.
The lows are what made the difference there.
Yes. And he did try to go for some.
Helps when you have a low heat span.
It really does.
No, I just realized.
Spiked him down. Okay, now you can see he's trying to put the pedal to the metal.
Audio is
He does
just
not want the John to have a chance to
masculine.
run. Not letting him play.
Like he's the magical.
It's like, screw this guessing stuff, man. I'm out of here.
Sure you can.
And look at
He's
the
dead.
Moon Brown man. The Blue Moon Burst.
What?
The low touch. The
What?
delay. No way.
Gets a respike there. The crowd are losing the
Look how much
mind.
health he
Someone's
has.
getting murdered over there, but it sounds like someone might be getting murdered
Get
on
him out.
stage. Gets it with the YouTube chiropractor. Heat smash plus frames. Can he get it? But
What a
leaves
hop
it
kick.
through. The hop kick from Mogul, the lifesaver, keeping him alive on the winner side of this TWT top 20.
How many times have we seen this dude on the brink of destruction, betting it all on a Blue Moon Burst, betting it all on a Sky Slash? Oh, man. Sky Slash Nova Kick. Man, Mogul letting you know it's not going to be that easy. And that would have been crazy. Could you imagine qualifying in the place that he did?
Get ready for the next
Doesn't have to
level.
worry about group stages, makes it all the way to Sunday, and then you lose your first, drop your first set like
to the LCQ with it,
man,
guys.
to the
though.
LCQ.
First seed to last seed. Yo.
That's cheating though. I'm saying the John, I'm telling you, he got like the power, love, and friendship, family.
Yeah, it's true.
He's got gotten anime.
No,
on
he
his
got
side.
family from Germany over here. They're in the crowd somewhere. They're giving him energy. All right, catch him with that last hit. Caught the John moving.
And the low snap kicks right into a counter hit giant swing again.
The execution required to just throw that on a limb, you know, before someone blinks. It's so impressive.
He's buffering that while being hit.
Yeah, exactly. He knows. And he's playing on stick as well. People don't understand that you have to have that dexterity, that hard work, those hours of training. But here we go. It's all coming to fruition here. The John using some of his heat options to try and force some gameplay here on Mogul. Catches him again. I swear, that down forward two, it looks small, but I swear that's a mini nuke right there. You hit one of those, changes the tide of everything.
Bryce, it might with the way he plays with the mental frames, it's like plus on whiff basically. You got to treat it that way.
And I feel like the John is so good at frustrating you.
Yeah.
To the point where now you can see Mogul is trying to be the aggressor. He doesn't want to give the John the opportunity to utilize some of these defensive tools that end up just taking half of his health.
He's been letting it rock on block a lot too, just like letting the follow-up rip, does not care. And he's not getting counter hit either. He's catching Mogul just trying to move her.
The tempo's changed.
You could heat dash here.
Can he continue this for a couple more rounds? If he can,
It doesn't kill though. You need one hat. Perfect.
7 golden letters, bringing that one back.
That wasn't even like the optimal kind of wall pressure that Mogul's looking for, but
He just needed the heat
Activation
to continue the string.
I'll get you one.
Counter hit, cash out.
Yeah, back
with these mid strings, these mid
on
kicks.
Steve is kind of like that. Back to Sonic Fang,
especially because a lot of these
is
mid
like
strings, especially like certain,
back
circlet, of course,
to
just being able to
2-2
work
is
the
also
2-1
confirmed on
string,
counter
but
hit.
also those mid dispel strings like that, because they have the wall
Those
splat
counter hits.
follow-up potential like that. That's why it's so scary.
Hefty damage there. Now again,
Wow.
one too many times the John
This
used
nigga
that
is
spring
dead.
kick. Mogul making
Flat
him
dead.
pay for it.
Because that was only 3 hits. It
Splash
was a
damage
6-hit
ender to
combo for
close out there.
74.
Mole gold right now.
Normally you need 12
Gotta be
hits. for
careful about the
74.
floor break.
Well,
Giant
it's gonna
swing
break the
again,
floor,
getting ripped
so
up by
this
the
is
John
gonna do
here.
1 million damage.
But Mogul on set point.
All right, now being
No
a
break.
bit more cautious
No break.
here. But excellent whip
Engage.
punish. Well,
No,
not
it's
quite.
funny. Armor King is
okay, he's
slows
taking
it
him
on.
downtown.
Armor King is the exact same engage. Armor
You
King's
get a
engage
back
is way
combo here.
cooler.
Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like
This
one
OG is
hit
gonna
and
be
then
really
a
what you're gonna be
running
worried about.
haymaker.
Catches him with, tries to catch him with
He's
the big.
dead.
But again, just
Yeah.
not letting up. Mogul didn't have many options. And it
Or
was
for
hoping maybe he
neutral
could get another hop
too,
kick to
the
go
mix
through the
after
John's
is
offense.
so
But now,
heavy.
here we are.
It's
Mogul
like-
versus
there's
the
like
John.
6 things
The
that can hit you.
final round.
It's fucking
Somebody
stupid.
has to go.
And now in game 3, the final round, he brings out the muscle armor again.
This is for page 5 in the King playbook right here.
Yeah.
Mogul, he's read that one. Dashing in with the
Muscle
muscle
buster.
Buster!
He busted some property there as well. Now we got a nice combo here from the John.
Boom.
Can he take the lead he needs here and bring it all the way?
Light punish there from Mogul right after the down
Right.
for 1 follow-up. Looking just for anything. Low snap kicks.
Those 2 kicks
Hook
hitting
punch
is
right
so
into
much.
the heat smash.
Jesus,
and now
no
the
help.
John on the precipice.
Wow,
But
what a
hold on.
running 2.
Running to dive. Low smash.
Low
Gets
heat
the cash out.
smash.
The John in. Both players in rage. Dispel.
The strings
one
and
hit.
the alley kick to
Alley
take
kick's
down
carrying.
Mogul. The John in that nail biter, just clutching it out with that last ray of hope with that kick and ended it there, securing himself his spot in the next stage of this.
And this
Oh, what shitty ass game is
this is kind of crazy now. You're talking about the John. Bro, think about
The John.
how buff that Group A was. when literally everyone is in this tournament on Sunday from that Group A. And the John wins the LCQ and picks up. It's like he went to sleep, but the momentum is still with him. Going over the #1 seed in this tournament in winners final, and now you're looking at it like, man, if I'm going to losers bracket, what the hell am I gonna do, man? Mogold is, again, top seed in this. He was able to skip all the first 3 days of this event like that. But man, the John right now, if he sits down and he's able to keep playing with this level of focus and just lock it in like this, he's going to be tough to get over, man, especially once we get to those first 3 sets. Yeah. He dropped that set against iMusician last night, but the way he recovered after, too, and the way it played out, that was crazy, man.
That was a huge comeback. And again, it was, very, very close. We were, like, everyone in the venue, they were pulling a shift last night. We were watching some of the greatest Tekken play of the year, and it was going down to the wire every time.
And this set, Brown, man, too, you talked about it, the back and forth, man. There was so much mind games, especially around, like, down 4-2s. Mogul was very insistent on his mid-pressure strikes. That 360 degrees, man, we see all around, bro. The BBL hitboxes, they're everywhere in this game.
BBL hitboxes?
The cool thing was seeing the back and forth between them, especially with mind games, the way throws had such an impact in the set, too. For Mogold in the beginning as well, but also as the set went on, the John, he was just kind of undeterred, and they played a really big role, especially Giant Swing specifically.
But yeah, the John that we saw at the start of the year is not the John that we're seeing. At the start of last year, 12 months ago, 10 months ago, is not the John we're seeing here today. This man looks like he has the makings of being a champion.
So with that said, let's toss
I
it
mean,
to
it's
Logan
a big
on
deal
stage.
for the Pakistani niggas to
coming up
win
next
because you get to convert
on this
USD
bracket.
into Lahore.
We'll get to him in just a moment, but when you think about the way
So, like,
man, think
Arslan
about
Ash
where
is, like,
Mogul gets dropped into
generationally
the
rich
bracket,
if
we'll
he
take a
never
look at it in
moved
just
out
a
of
moment. But thinking about the players that had played round 1 like that, you got
Like, I think
players
Arslan
Redman
has 2
down there
kids
now,
or
too.
1 kid. He has a daughter.
You know what
but
to
I think
expect
he
when it
has
comes to
a
Tekken World
kid.
Tour finals like this. You know, it's the best of the best, right? But, man, that loser's
Manga
bracket
Rife
is
is
going to
nice.
be nasty. And looking at round 2, our next match is going to be Manga versus Riot. Now,
It's going to be a banger.
Rife got picked up by
question.
Reject?
Riot, what are you thinking about him going into this match?
Well, Rife, he's not been able to have those super breakout performances throughout the year, I feel. But he's undoubtedly
Rife is the
one
only
of
Jin
the
player.
best players in the world. And we'll see him and see what he has for Manga, another one of the best in the world, up soon. But right now, we're going to throw you with much pleasure to our good friend, Logan.
Logan-sama.
Thank you very much, guys. Let's get into our next match and welcoming onto the stage. Hailing from South Korea, representing Team Virtus Pro, finishing 19th on the global leaderboard this season with 1,260 points. He qualified top of that stacked Group A in the global group stages. Let's welcome Manga. His opponent hailing from Saudi Arabia, representing Team Reject. He finished 12th on the global leaderboard this season with 1,530 points. He qualified out of Group D. And at the Tekken World Tour Finals 2024, he managed a 3rd place finish. Let's welcome the Saudi Arabia Esports Personality of the Year, Raf!
Good cheater. Good shot sauce.
Gentlemen, it is on you to determine which player will be picking sides. Can you shoot rock, paper, scissors for me, please, in your own time? Oh. Player 1. Okay, let's hand back over to Margin Obama and Brown Man. Let's get the action on.
Tekken World Tour Finals, and we are going to keep it moving here in round 2, winner side of this top 20 final bracket. Mong just stepping up against Rive, and we watched group play a few days ago with these two guys, and Rive brought out some surprises, I think, in kind of had a pretty impressive performance, especially leveraging that Fakaram in the group stage.
Unexpected pick. That was not something I expected.
Yeah.
But, you know, look, he got it. It got him to where he needs to go.
Got him to where he needs to go. I like it as a pocket, but I cannot imagine against Mangja he would leverage that. I'm thinking it's Jin, right?
Like, Mangja plays
that's the question with him.
Right?
That's the question with him. It's like character pick now. I'm like, I don't know what he does.
Well, the interesting part is Riot has that branding of like character loyalists. Like you don't see him use anyone else except Jin. So he has that element of surprise where if he chooses to, like you saw him kind of utilize a little bit earlier in the week with that Falcon run, where it's like nobody's going to prepare for anything else.
Yeah.
You'd never even, it doesn't even cross your mind. But now he's cracked that seal open, right?
It's not going to have the same effect.
It's not fresh anymore, but it's still coming into play. So now people are going to start looking at who he's using.
But especially, I'm thinking up against a character like Law, some of the punishment that he has on some of those attacks that, you know, obviously, especially at the frame disadvantage that a lot of Fakaram's go-to attacks would leave him at, Law can hit him pretty hard for that.
Very hard.
I would imagine he goes with Jin, but just out of, like, safety, just to be able to, like, play a more stable
Nigga,
matchup.
why are you putting on the mask after the game? What the fuck is wrong with
No matter what the Jin players would like to tell you.
You're already on the
Jin
stage
has
with no
everything
one
he
else
needs
with
and
you
then
on
some,
the stage.
Right? So at a fundamental level, Rive, an extremely, again, I keep saying, one of the best players in the world, and extremely fundamentally based, right? And you can see that in his Jin. He's not just out here like just spamming whatever, right? He's not utilizing like just a lot of mix-ups as much as maybe others. He's got the fundamental play to start learning his opponents and then break them down methodically, and then if he needs to, can get a bit tricky with it.
Rife does not break
scary.
people down
Meanwhile, we got
methodically.
Mangja. You know, at this point, I swear he's like a
Rife is-
50-year veteran in this game. But he's
Like,
only really been
without
given
the
the
cheating,
spotlight
Rife
to the
is, like,
masses
not
in the last few
him,
years,
bruh.
especially with his performances
Wallahi
in the
is
start of
not.
Tekken 8.
This is another player who he'll show up and for some
Yeah,
reason
I
again
don't
he
care
turns up
about
in EVO
Riot,
Japan
bruh.
and just turns up 2 years in
Like,
a row,
he's a
right?
cool Jin
and has
player.
really big performances there. It's not like he has
But I
trouble
don't really
breaking
care.
in. Obviously, he's on this stage for a reason. He has trouble getting the win, though, right? And of course, today's bracket, it's going to be a marathon affair. You got to be locked in and ready to play this bracket all the way out. But the thing for him is he's looking for a win at this point. That's the one thing that's missing on the resume, right? That kind of like resounding dub to kind of put on your resume. And so you got South Korea going up against Saudi Arabia. Right now, there's something about Saudi Arabia and Jin too, man. Starting with, you know, Riot was talking about it in the interview content. He's like, my man, shouts to Sora.
Yo, what are the
There's always a Saudi Arabian Jin player. Always. They love this
pizza
character.
would
So
be
Riot
gas.
stepping up the Manja right here.
That string always landing confuses me, but I think it's because if the person is counter hit, the other
every
three
time
hits
Rife is
automatically.
trying to take some of his turn, Manga's putting something in there. And again, first
Yeah,
round, he can do
activate,
that. He wants
cancel.
to see, what have you got for me?
Yeah, that is
I
a
want to see how
cancel
Manja plays
mid-string.
around the threat of parry as well.
Why?
How Riot is going to
Yeah,
do
so
with slide. Should Manja
after watching
be really insistent about presenting
Manja
it?
That
and
second hit catches people. You think you're safe? You get a nunchuck to the face.
not double,
mid-strings.
but Manja.
Setting 4-4 and sidestep
No
activate
one-
from Riot
oh,
now.
go same.
Trying to get some of this health
No
back. He's
one
working with
blocks
Rage, working
slide
with Heat.
nunchuck.
He's got those
No
glowing
one.
eyes. I'm scared.
No
The
one.
low, sneaky
No
low
one
there.
blocked. Like
Again, a
it
lot of
literally
mental stack
in
there for
like
Manja. You know what's going to
when
happen.
these slide
moving forward. He gets
interacts,
clipped with that
not
low.
a
Now,
single
starting
one
off
of
the
them
big
pulls
sweep
back
using those
on
plus
wake
frames.
up. Because
The
it's
Manja,
not a frame
again, I was
drop.
about to say he's a
You
big,
can just wake up and
serving
hold back
on
and
the-
it doesn't
the
work.
interrupt attempts, but gets caught.
Like I've done it like 900 times. Because if
Manja
you
going to
press
a lot of
on
jab
wake
strings
up,
as well.
you get
Back
counter
shot to
hit,
interrupt
and then
with
it's
the
a
174.
combo. Because it's tornado. But
Extra
like,
attack, but pressing
Cheat.
his counter hit. And Rife going to confirm here. Goes in the heat. Counter
like
activation
it's
from Manja.
insane.
High mid-string poking.
What?
Whiff, no punish.
1-1-1 on block
Got to
though.
measure the distance sometimes. Demon Paul whiffs.
1,
Manja's
2,
got an
2.
opportunity. Good break on the 1+2.
1, 2, 3.
Another one.
Look
in
at
return.
Rife's movement too, bro. He's constantly
Look
moving
this.
clockwise.
His back 4 and
Great
his forward
dunk and
4.
great response.
Yes, that's
Takes a DCC
4.
low.
Always trying
That's
to
a
hit with those
10
10
hit.
strings.
Yeah. Stops
Let's
the...
get the turn back. Oh, flip kick
Oh.
to seal it, Manja.
Low plays, they be throwing those out at the end of rounds because you think, all right, generic low, I got him now. No, yo, he's in there already.
What?
Nice tapping low, Manja. Not trying to overextend on pressure either, right? He's willing to just give him some touches here and there and then back off.
Slide. See, they don't hold back. It's not a
Nunchucks
guarantee.
everywhere.
Like, it's
Space
wallahi
control.
not guaranteed.
Now the
You niggas are
pressure.
retarded.
Down,
Like,
Nunchuck
because
moving over.
they're thinking you
Alright,
up a
catches him out of the air.
mix
There's a lot of
after.
work here for
That
Rife.
should have hit
But
him.
the low
You're
jab,
dead.
gets, okay. Sidestep into the heat smash. very well done there by Mangji.
Yeah, I'm excited to get a bigger stick because it'll be easier for me to push sidewalk.
And you saw that parry attempt as well. People always talk about
Yeah,
Jin's
so that's
parries.
39
Some of the
damage
best parries in
off
that
a random
series.
string. I think it's like back 1, 2, 2, 1 or something like that.
Slowing
It's a
it down
weird
little
string.
bit.
I would
He
go
wants to
back.
overcommit. It's all on the line.
Online it never works.
Activating
Yeah,
the
that first hit
Right on the
lands.
back foot, waiting for an opportunity, waiting for an opening. Can he find it?
What
Mangja
shot?
just about out of heat. Didn't get to use the heat smash at the last minute, but gets a punish on the wind hook.
Okay.
I'm just used to jab strings this whole
Yeah,
game
that.
so far. Man, he has gotten a lot of return.
Random 2, that's supposed to be a
Missed
fucking
him, put
hook
on the
burst.
jump might cost him here. 1, 2, 3, trying to close the gap. Rife can make something
Dive
happen.
kick is plus
Trying to use
6.
that dive kick.
Trades
God.
in with the homing attack. Not enough health to take.
What, back
And
3,
Mangja
4?
gonna take the
Or
first
back
game
4,
here.
3?
Oh, wow, okay.
That was, he kept that real polite, man.
Rife
There was
plays
not
on a
lot of
fucking
overextension.
dual top
Maybe like a
4.
couple rounds,
What the
you saw
fuck?
some nunchucks and maybe a little bit of space
He's a
control there,
bot.
like especially well, round 4. But that last round, he played that
Niggas
very
follow me?
tight, very compact. And again, just really strong
not
lines on
like
just
my
like jab
posts.
strings and good movement.
I post
Find good
like
punish opportunities.
900 things.
I think Law, when played like that, in that super efficient, super tight, super calculated way, where he's keeping it in the pocket, not overcommitting, not overextending, not allowing many openings to appear, it's really, it puts the onus on Riot to make the perfect play. That is not always so easy, and you can see Mangja there. He had that plan in mind and was able to lock it down. Because the earlier rounds, it was still playing it tight, but he was willing to throw out a few more things, take a bit more risk, get a bit more information. But now he's like, all right, I got what I need, at least for this game. Let me lock this down and secure the round and secure the game. And he was able to do that. But we got Yorids. Now, you know, his brethren in the bracket as well. They may face each other at some point later in there. But right now, we have Rife coming.
Yored's got to give him his best advice. He ain't trying to see it down there. It's like, last thing I'm trying to see is fight you down there. Nice, opening up with some blows here, but Mangja going to call out the second attempt.
Right,
and going to get the wall for it, too. Activate. Momentum building. Drop the hammer on him. Slide in the pickup and punish from Rife.
Setting over, gets some stylish combos, gets the resplat with that back 2-1
That's the first time he used slides since like round 2. Not gonna go, you know, I don't really associate overuse of slide like that with Mangja style.
No, definitely not.
Right here, gonna slide swap. Still
snap kick to the head.
Gotta represent it a little bit.
Oh, let the whole string go. I wasn't expecting it.
Smashed right at the wall, goes for the grab. Good break from Rife. Rife in raid. We've seen this kind of round before.
Trying to check with that back 2.
With punish. The lows and the was man, Mangja.
He's looking good. He
applying the pressure. Then when he senses that Rife wants to press off the wall like that, just pumps the brakes just a little, just enough to let him extend. Then just take the whip punishes and just be able to establish a little bit of pressure. Close out the round like that. And look, down on health here, but he's still not really deviating from that style. Just really compact Tekken play.
Rife's movement really coming into play. Looking like it might allow him to take this round, but Mangja fighting back, activating that heat. The nunchuck, the ultimate equalizer.
Challenge down the nunchucks with your fist. It's not going to work out every time.
Trying to push him back.
Run this heat, plus
coming
6.
Back into play. And
Down,
Rife
dick
really
jab.
those,
That's a plus frame.
towards the end of rounds as well, trying to close the gap.
Yes, sir, one hand.
And big stuff.
Hold this mix.
Brown
You're
man.
dead in one hand.
Anybody's game. The
Nice.
And that also might be a miss to put on a slide as well. He's finally trying to bring those out again. Didn't get what he wanted, and Rife was ready. Alright, should get one round apiece. That was clutch.
That was a big low parry. I mean, the difference between being down 2 rounds in that scenario and being on set
would have been on set point, right? Or now he's trying to use the Jin Classic there with the 2-1, trying to lock Mangja down. Mangja doing a great job.
That's the first time we've seen that Dragon's Roar Rekka series there. Mangja hasn't gone to it a lot this set. You know, obviously Jin has things like parry and stuff like that. But nunchucks in the open field. And the cannon?
The Dragon Cannon, he might be able to close it there.
No, he's pressing, man. Mangja right now just picking up where he left off.
He's feeling very comfortable at the moment.
Like, I still love
trying to close the gap. 1, 2, 3.
I still think he's the coolest
character.
character.
To see where comfort, right?
I just
does not
I don't
feel
know.
or
I have a
seem
lot
very
of fun
stressed at all.
playing Steve.
Yes, that's flat. This could be people
I like.
arrive.
It's not that Steve is
It's
slower. You can play Steve at a retarded
that can
pace.
recover heat as well. You saw it in the previous
Like
round.
what?
He was getting back more.
what's his
You
face,
got a few hits in,
TDX.
and you saw he still had the same amount of heat.
You
before he
can
started.
play Steve like he's a
It's
wall
light
of
pressure,
plus
though.
frames. Like so you
Nice
can't
combo.
get in on it.
taking him around the world, and the heat smash gets that splat.
2-2.
Two of the few characters in the game with those wall splat heat smash. You cannot afford to get those near the wall. And Mark, here we go.
Every character has a
After the
lost
late wake up, trying to come up low, woke up right into it.
Well, I guess the low heat
That's
smash
good. Coming back, and now we're starting to see Rive
floating off generic.
very consistent with these punishes. Whenever he does get the opportunity to be able to check slides,
it's out of the air.
Break the floor.
For right point. Sidewall saves him. Slides are coming back out. Monk just trying to catch those in.
Ankles.
The lows.
Poison arrow.
Good break on that one. Still at the top floor. Anything could change the
Generic
moment.
down 4.
Right trying to keep him out.
1-1-2. 1-2-2.
Still in heat. Doesn't want to let it go to waste.
That is
jab touch. And the counter hit hammer. Brown man, this could be bad news for Rive.
He dropped it.
Against the wall, the low, the smash.
Monk is showing a little bit of mercy there. But then the overhead hits him on the crown with the heel. And
yeah, for
Manga
me, playing on stick will be so funny because you have to like sit up, place your stick, and then pop
both
off.
hands in the air. He's hyping himself up.
It's like you can't like freak out when the stick's on your lap because you're gonna break it.
In this context, you know, this final bracket like this, getting that
Dude, that's
first
really
win
me.
can feel like such a huge release of pressure. Manga though, able to get the win. Rive still gonna have a shot on loser's side of the bracket. Here in the Tekken World Tour Finals, top 20 main event.
It's crazy. We're only a few matches in, right? This is the second wave. You know, most of these are the plays that, you know, qualified through the global leaderboard. But, oh, here we go. Thumbs up. Now, what we saw in the match was, again, it looked like Rive at the start, you know, started having Manga's number. He was like, all right, I'm going to catch him on a few things. The lateral move was helping out a lot. As you can see, when he gets him to the wall, it's a bit of trouble. But Manga was just able to catch his timing, start delaying. You know, playing a little bit of rope-a-dope sometimes as well, and able to start catching the slides later on. Though most of them didn't work out, he got enough to still make Rive worry about those ducks. The fact that he blocked or low parried some of them meant he was ducking, and that gave Manga some opportunities. Right there, while standing with the DSS. Rive was a bit confused on that one, did not expect to get hit by it. And Dragon Cannon Ender there.
Yeah, that was just really well played by Manga overall. Just did not overextend very much at all. I mean, maybe a few slides here and there, but other than that, he played that just simple and clean.
That second last round, it looked like Rive was able to reignite the flame, but that flickered out very quickly. When that last final round came through, Manga was like, yo, I'm gonna kick it up.
And so you see what matchup that cues up in winners quarterfinal. We've seen this before. We've seen this before. The John versus Manga. That showdown went down at Super Tournament. It's one of the last master events on the
John went to a Soup tournament? Because Soup is
we'll
like
see how that one plays out this time.
Korea.
Also group stage. They were in the same groups.
Like there's no reason to go to that fucking tournament.
Group A. There's something about Group A, man. There was something
This
about
girl has
there,
8K followers on Twitter, but you have
also
500 followers on Twitch.
Our next match is going to be, of course, Barzy
Fakest
versus
fucking
Kostakis.
Twitch streamer
Let's
ever.
check in on the stage, see what Logan Sama has to say about our players.
Thank you very much, Obama. That's right, it's time to get into our next match. And for the first time, let's welcome onto the stage, hailing from Pakistan, representing Team Falcons. This season, he was 4th in the global leaderboard with 2,081 points. He made the final bracket by way of auto-seeding by finishing in the top 4.
Nigga, I know him.
Farzeen!
Farzeen playing
And let's
Victor or
welcome
Lydia,
back
bro?
onto the
Who you playing,
stage,
bro?
hailing from Greece, representing Phantasma. He made the final bracket by way of Group C and defeated Yoreds in the first round. Let's welcome back Kostakis. I like that. All right, gentlemen, it's time to determine who picks player side. In your own time, sorry. Okay, Kostakis player 1. let's hand it back over to Obama and Brownman on commentary as we get this next match
Low
underway.
key, being on player one is a blessing and a curse. I'm not gonna hold you.
All right, we have both of these amazing players setting up for you guys. We got two players who, you know, most likely we're gonna see some weapon users on the screen.
Oh yeah,
Bringing a gun to a knife fight, or you got to bring a knife to a gun and a knife. I don't know.
I love Tekken's a game all about, you know, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs and about bringing knives and guns to a fist fight. I don't know.
They got security over there. Like, how'd they get that? How'd they get to the location?
Kostakis, you got to talk about him. Made it out of the group stages in dramatic fashion. Some big upsets, and then just had an intense set with Yoreds to even make it to this point. But baby, you got to talk about the man who locked his position up on that global leaderboard. You see there, Kostakis, regional rank first, 405 points out of the EU region that he has been participating in. Of course, the LOK dojos, big benefactor of those. But his opponent, Farzeen, the shining prodigy of Pakistani Tekken, right? We've been watching this. I feel like we've been watching him play for like almost like 7-8 years at this point,
man.
right?
Look, he really, I think, made a name for himself. You know, if you were, you know, in the trenches in the underground Pakistan scene, you knew of him a bit earlier on. But he was like 16 or 18 out here putting the beat down on Knee with Zakuma back in what, 2019, 18, whatever it was. I think it was 2019 when Knee went over, and so that was one of those times where it's like, who is this kid, right? And now you can see he's gotten a lot taller and a lot more skilled, and he's stepped up here as one of the highest placed.
A lot more confident. He's grown as not just a professional, but as a man. You know, like that's the thing. His perspective on competition, you could tell he wants it so bad, but he has such a good attitude about it too, man. He's always on smile.
You can't even be mad. He might beat your ass six rounds straight, but he's like, you know, I can't even be mad at this guy.
But the thing with his style too, Brown, man, this dude he has such a good vision on how opponents like to press buttons, and he will find your timing, and he will counter hit the ever-living Christ out of you. Oh my God, this guy, I feel like we've been watching him for 2 years just counter hit launch, especially, of course, with that Victor, the double punch, right?
Yes.
He's so good at being able to just snipe people out with that, find big return, and then lay the pressure on when it matters. So here we go. Farzeen gonna lock it in against Kostakis. We got Greece versus Pakistan here. The Tekken World Tour Finals, top 20, winners round 2.
Oh wait, whoa, okay, hold on.
Oh, Kostakis going back to Bay. I like it.
He's gonna bait.
Victor Chevalier.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
His last name is literally nice.
All right, let's get it going.
He's choosing his element, man. Do I want the lightning? Am I feeling fire? You know, like what are we gonna do here?
Season 2.
Random select. Let's get it going.
All about song,
these
man.
plays. No. I think
on the sand, bro.
This is his second year in TWT, actually, in the finals. But I think a lot of people didn't expect him to take down all the names he did to get.
I'm here to even the odds.
So I would not
Any
be surprised
objections?
if he's in a position with the momentum, with the energy, with the crowd, that he might be able to fell Farzeen.
Well, we'll see. Farzeen is no stranger to this character matchup. Can he, again, find Kostakis' timing? And immediately, Kostakis leveraging those lows, especially the full crouch chop, going into Flame Blast. Farzeen with the running low.
Leo.
Showing lows, but Flame Blast once again.
All right, Farzeen not having it, putting his stuff real quick.
That's another Farzeen trait too. Like, just use a power crush.
He's so good at it. He's
literally 2, and then you hold back twice. Down back 3.
He's reading that hard.
Like, Victor is a brain dead character. If you play Victor, I think you literally have so much mental real estate.
Nice
to think about, like,
but again,
other things.
You know, it's a young man's game. I think
the character is a bot character. Ramo! He's dead.
The range game that both
Radiant, you're dead.
play is so interesting. It's unlike
like that's what I mean. This character is actually brain dead.
It is so interesting.
You could do fucking nothing, and the character can just kill you. One hit.
With the dash behind it.
One hit. One hit.
How does Farzeen press here?
He blocked it. So he's checking with the mids. All right, quick evasive maneuver, goes in with the low punch.
Like this character is actually dumb as fuck.
Hooks with the mid after, then just bangs on the crouch jab.
He has a parry, a really good power crush.
Kostakis, he's not showing much fear.
2-2-2, a health sweep.
But it looks like he's
like he has everything.
I'm here to win.
That should have.
Also, Kostakis hasn't really found the opportunity to be able to activate heat, be able to.
It's funny because
one of those rounds
Plasmix picks the
Which is
Clive
really just
costume
shift
when he
players
was
down so
Soldier.
much and then force that Clive offense. Gunshots. Farzine able to guard there. Eats the sweep.
This could be Kostakis' opportunity. He's got Farzine's back to the wall. He's fighting him. He's fighting his way out.
This is a good old-fashioned duel.
Just give me the Princess Bride vibes right now.
Zai.
Oh, who's gonna be the horse in the mud though? Right now, the down one, Kostakis fighting back in rage, gets that low.
Yeah, this shit isn't finishing until like 6 a.m. I might have to sleep
with that
before
low.
Ray answers.
Kostakis being very patient.
Because it's gonna go to like
not a safe
4.
13 frames.
Like what is it, 340?
Nice walk.
Yeah,
now the 1+2.
it's gonna go till
Building up some
6.
momentum here for Kostakis, but Farzine
And
loads up
then
to stop it.
the announcement's gonna be
that
at the
sequence for a
finals.
lot of players. I mean, they're willing to.
And then the finals will
You might
happen,
expect it
and
to
it'll be
be
like
done. You can
6:30.
challenge, or you can try to duck it to guess on it, right? But
And then I'm gonna get like
that.
seriously ill if I don't
Strings,
sleep.
man. It's untouchable, but they're Farzine laying the blade on it.
But I gotta watch the
That's a
finals.
huge
Man. I'm
momentum
not gonna hold you.
switch too. And there he
I'd be
man, he
pissed if
finds
I
the
was
launch.
for all of this.
Farzine now pushing with the EMP blast. Gets the wall.
Well, actually, I would have
activate.
woke up like perfect
Trying to push him
timing
in that
for
corner. Again,
the
plus
final
frames,
finals,
but
probably.
amazing walk.
Because this is still top
awareness
20.
on when to walk
So I could
left, when to
sleep,
step,
and
when to
then
hold it has been
so finals
pivotal
probably wouldn't
in
happen
these
till
rounds.
His usage of Flame Blast has been incredible all weekend. It's found him so many opportunities against so many players, but the cut
That's
here,
the negative opportunity because he used it and he
Farzine
died.
still with heat to use. Got the positioning. Cut him with the dash.
What an
with the
orbital. That was a fake ass orbital. He was like still standing there. He disappeared.
Tornado.
He needs to close it out. He has that heat. Should be able to get a combo through.
And the erupting, the blazing slashes there at the wall to close out. Kostakis not backing down.
I mean,
Flame
considering
blast,
Kostakis is like pretty
full crouch low
unknown.
strike.
Like, I don't
Steel
think I'm
feathers.
supposed to know
Again,
who he
nice
is. He
sidestep
like comes
block
from
there from
Greece.
Kostakis, trying to keep it
You
safe
know,
and
plays
stay out of the way, staying off
Elsewhere.
angle.
Takes the loss
That
on 4, gets
kick
the real
that
escape
he
to
does
activate.
is
Get
fake.
over here.
If you block it, it's like minus 30.
Plus from there, Farzine wanted to see what Kostakis is doing. Nothing doing though.
Flame Blast baited, no punish.
Perfumer.
But
Back
baby,
shot
baby.
it.
Oh,
It
no.
dropped.
Amazing
But
block
then
against the
he
wall
blocked
splat.
elsewhere.
Now getting a
Plays
real line
that.
on this combo. The claws are out.
No tornado. He dropped the combo. Low sweep. Low parry. He's still
That was
deep.
really good punishment, really good adjustment.
Oh.
But Farzine, from this
Oh my
situation,
God.
parallel to the wall, finds the launch, finds the dash.
Anybody's game. Kostakis waking
Good
up
pass.
into a mix
Dead.
and gets caught out there by Farzine, clutching it out, showing his seasoning, showing his experience, able to keep composed.
I mean,
and
it's
bring
kind of weird
one
that
back, ripping
Farzine
it
only
out of the clutches
plays
of Kostakis.
fucking
Kostakis had a
Victor.
really good adjustment at the beginning of one
Like, it's
block
very
motion
odd.
sequence where he came up the wall standing, I think, one slash, got the wall
I'd go
splat,
for
was
this time
able to
move,
readjust
honestly.
off of it, then
It's
drop the
fast
ender of the second one. Then the response from Farzine right after, oh man, that was like 2 or 3 really, really quick decisions made by both players very quickly. After like brilliant decisions, like an error, you know?
And that's why you can't give these players that moment of relief. You know, they'll take it and run with it. They'll make you pay for it big time. Any small mistake could lose you everything. Snuffing out the string with that jump on 1. Again, Farzine playing interesting mind games with that, running 1+2. There's plus frames there, got a stance mix. There are options there for Kostakis, but Farzine's starting to delay them.
Also, you have that mix of the low threat as well. Ooh,
He-
the delay to call
he
out
delayed the
attack.
berry.
And Farzine's
That's
gonna
4
cut him
1+2.
hard for that.
That move is so slow, but
Clive
it's so
does
much
probably have
damage.
the most versatile parry in the game, but you gotta hit it first.
Nice, great sidewalk
Cool.
here. Gonna find the launch and open stage. Cut and find the wall. Repositioning, put that geyser on him. You don't give me that
In
help
season
one way or
1,
another. Cut
that
the
move
ankles.
used to be plus
Cut
on
the
block.
ankles again.
Yeah,
Guys,
that.
Get up! That's what he, oh,
Okay, that's
Flame
an
blast. We've
off
seen that from him all week long, man.
Farzine
Activate.
using his heat to stop that situation, tries to get out of the wall, swings his way out, heat dash again. He didn't need to use all that, but he wanted to get away and closes it out there. The guy's gonna close it. Oh,
That is-
he's twitching, he's twitching.
That was so smart. Farzine is willing to leverage resources to stop some of the stuff that Kostakis has been getting away with all week, right? Normally that character goes in a heat, people just been taking the chip sequence or whatever. Farzine said, hell no, it's my turn.
He trusted in his non-heat gameplay to be able to like, look, I can use this to
Do it
escape,
again.
and I can just
Low heat
use it,
smash.
beat him the normal way.
That's a good way to put it. Saving the burst.
Oh,
It's
shot him.
like this, but here we go. The cuts. Fishing for the counter hit. Gets
Let's
the
go. The
one to
first
the
time.
follow-up, and
Boom.
the perfect from Farzine.
Concuss.
Momentum. What was that?
In that first game, Kostakis, amazing work there, making his countrymen proud, making all the Europeans proud, but will be falling down to the losers bracket. He has looked so immaculate up until this point. And, you know, you can have that momentum, but once you hit a brick wall like Farzin, it's hard to break through. Let's see what he can do in the losers bracket. Farzin will be once again moving forward here today.
That's the thing about today, and that's the cool thing about it too. Because everybody starts in winner's side, you still got a chance. You got to be willing to play out a full tournament here today. Can't get too crestfallen after a loss like that, especially not against somebody like Farzin, right? Especially like that.
There ain't no shame in that. And he
like
really
Farzin
put up a
wins
great
Victor
fight
and
in the first
Lydia,
game,
bro.
but
Like
it was one of those situations where, again,
like,
Farzin was
you have to
carefully
like
focused,
break his
seeing
confidence
his timing,
to
seeing
think
the
that you're gonna
situation,
beat him.
how he deals with
He's
certain
like
things,
fake as
and was able to
fuck.
just put it all on the
Close
table,
the
and it
keys.
made Kostakis, you know, probably a
give
bit
me
nervous throughout the
Power
second
VIP,
game, where
man.
he
This
was
app
not
is
able to do the
unusable
things that were
without
working
VIP.
for him the
It's
first time
insane.
nearly as much, and it was a clean three rounds straight on the last one. But Kostakis, amazing job there, and I think I'm looking forward to seeing more of him.
And you saw a couple times too, like, to me, the Farzin lead there was especially like Kostakis' timing on Flame Blast.
No,
You saw
do
it,
not
especially in
charge
the
me
last game. You saw a
$100
couple
for
times
3
where it
days.
whiffed. He was able to bait it, punish it big time a couple times, right? In a lot of those situations, that's just Farzin, like you said, taking time to collect data and read habits over time. And it came into play in a big way there. And of course, then he's just able to lay on his pressure and just be able to just, again, how much chip health did you see just from Geyser alone, you know, just putting so much on him. And I like the way you said he had faith in the non-heat gameplay to use and save heat as almost like a defensive mechanic, right? That was pretty cool at the end. But
I mean, trying to use heat when you're being like
of course,
baked
I
on the
think,
wall is
especially for
impossible.
the Pakistani players, there's
Because
like
heat
a,
activations are
maybe even not pressure, but you know that there's that desire for him to join players like the John,
They're
Arslan,
ranked,
Atif, as they move higher and higher through the bracket. Nobody wants to be the odd man out. But before we get to our next match, we got to throw it to the stage. Logan, tell us about who we got coming on stage, man.
Thanks very much, guys. Let's get into our next match of round 2. First, welcoming onto the stage, hailing from South Korea, representing DRX. He finished 6th on the global leaderboard this season with 1,870 points. He is the reigning UFA Paris champion, and he qualified through Group B of the global leaderboard group stages with a 3-0 record, only dropping a single game. Let's welcome Lohai! His opponent, hailing from Japan, representing THY Esports. He finished 9th on the global leaderboard this season with 1,570 points. He qualified out of Group C in the global leaderboard group stages, and he is a former Tekken World Tour champion. Let's welcome Chikurin! Gentlemen, if you will rock, paper, scissors for side choice, please take your own time. Lohai will be player 1 side. Thank you very much. Let's head back over to our casters, Obama and Brownman.
Tekken World Tour Finals here. More round 2 action. Doryoku no Last Samurai, you have Chikurin stepping up on stage against one of Korea's finest. And of course, former EVO champion. Going up against, of course, Chikurin, former TWT champion. You got Lohai going up against Chikurin right here. Brahman, how you feel about this one?
This is going to be stacked. I think there's a decent chance we might see some more collab gameplay. You know, and I think it's a very different style to what we saw before. But there's also the Lily on the palette, right? So depending on how he's feeling, what strategy he has, you know, we might see someone else. A player like Lohai and a player like Chikurin, you might see a singular pick. Like you mentioned, he won TWT well, he's an EVO and a TWT champion. When he won in 2019, he had a secret character pick, if you recall, for one person. Even Nobi was like, yo, why are you playing? He asked him, why are you playing this character? He's like, no, I'm saving it for Ulsan. And that character, and as a surprise to Ulsan, was Akuma. and he just demolished him in that grand final. Nobody was expecting it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a similar strategy coming from Chikarin. You know, he had max rank on every single character previously, but we have Lohai here with some crazy runs throughout the year. And he is considered to many as arguably, or probably the best performing Brian in the world, right? Ni usually holds that title, but Lohai, training partner, able to kind of take that over. So
in fact, you had front row seats to that. I think you watched the recent tournament that they had in Korea, where Lohai was able to beat me actually in the Brian.
That was a big deal.
And
for
that, man, those sets were crazy
That
too.
was
That's
a big deal.
It's weird to like get hype about Brian mirrors, but
Brian mirrors are tight, man. I
but
said
that
myself in that when we were commentating that, I was like, yo, this hype. This hype.
the way they played out, it was definitely interesting. But Chikarin has been pretty consistent since Clive released with this Lily Clive shell, and here you go. It seems kind of hovering over the character now. Like you said, Lily is a threat and was who he won Evo Japan with last year. But since then, has been running this shell split, kind of just choosing based on character and player. Kind of just opting for comfort, whether he just wants to leverage a lot of his movement, just be, again, have that mobility and freedom that Lily offers, and he can kind of just simplify his Tekken gameplay. Or if he wants to swing that blade and be able to try to mix them to death. And
he can do it.
Apply chip and do all the things that Clive can do, and especially the threat of parry as well, like you mentioned earlier. Here we go. Lohai Brian, Chikarin Clive.
I want to note the last time they played, Lohai won it very convincing. It was 5-1 EWC. Now that's a big thing to have to come back from. That mental you have to regain to be like, look, he hit me that time pretty hard. I'm gonna bring this one back. Nice
If I remember correctly, I want to say he played Lily in that set, if I'm not mistaken.
Blocking the orbital, keeping it chill.
And sizing him up with this one jab and then playing off the frame after. Flame Blast. And the duck!
Big call.
What a read on Lohai's timing there. Duck it in his grill. Cannonball straight, not on my watch. Now taste the flames.
Nice.
Erupting slash onto Tsukin meter building. Sidestep, not deep enough.
Just the heat smash immediately taking the opportunity as he saw it. Recovered a bunch of health as well. Going for the Northern Cross, but nobody home. Chikarin taking the first round with 9 seconds to spare.
And man, this character offers so much if you're right, too, in Clive. Just that while standing forward, goes in the Phoenix shift, gets a slide. You just get, like, free mix, and it can add up to just, like, little chunks of damage here and there.
It's great when you're right, but it's also not that bad when you're wrong with him.
yeah, exactly.
Chopping elbow there from Lohai. Look for those plus, but Chikarin fighting back. He got a 3-stack in the pocket, too.
Don't do that this round.
Point, Brown, man. Keep your eye on that gauge underneath Chikarin's health bar. Once that gets to 4 or 5, he's going to probably look to leverage it in a situation where he might be able to close out a round, be able to scoop past Rage.
Ooh.
Flame Blast. Keeps the hatchet after. Incinerator Strain got the back, unable to get it, but the Flame Blast able to save him, get the heat off. Now, how's he going to use this? Down 4-1 series, goes to the Phoenix Shift slide. Sidestep attack with the dash behind it. Ramuh Spear.
Stuffs out, playing that distance game. Dashing straight up to him, trying to bring the fight to him. But Lohai stepping back a little bit, trying to find an opportunity.
That shot is negative.
Back. Time a factor now, Brown man.
Oh, he ran into
the low touch.
That,
and 1%.
That could have cost him.
The 1%.
What the fuck?
Again, stayed safe there. That run-in could have cost him that round, but again, that 1% makes the whole difference.
Test him with the Vulcan mid punches. Lohai dropping bows on him, taking the fight to him.
Bows on him. There you go. Activate.
Catches him on that. That's very difficult to escape. There's a certain timing. Some situations seem guaranteed, but there's this small window.
Sorry, it doesn't work unless he doesn't do anything on wake up.
That counter hit, that knee gives him a concussion and closing out the round. Getting close to the wall out here too.
That felt like a cooldown round for Lohai, right? Really, really strong momentum built on his side. Okay, delays in the 4-2 swipes from Chikarin. These sword slashes. Phoenix Shift, nothing. Test with the jab. Going to the low, his mix of jabs and lows.
But that's his mean gameplay,
so far in this round. He gets a big hatchet counter hit for his troubles. Got halfway through, 4.5 stack there. Now Lohai has heat, has install, has those snake eyes.
Is that 4.5?
Flames are flying.
Microstep to the right. Gets the Q up with the cancel.
Boom. Wait, what the fuck just happened?
That Brian Electric coming into play. Now again, he's looking for that counter hit, but Chikarin trying not to let him have it.
4-3.
Steel pedals, and now
he 4-3. Oh, no break. You're
gonna work out for Chikarin though to tie the rounds up here. Look underneath Chikarin's name. More bars built, that could come into play here if he gets the opportunity.
Dude, finishing
I know
the
he does
fucking
like using those
forward
in
one
combos
plus
as
two
well to
string is
get
bad.
that extra chunk.
Extra
It's like minus 16.
Yeah.
You get hit with anything.
Might see that come into play here. But now
Boom.
Lohai trying to lock down the lateral movement.
To get those ball
Yeah, normally you just do the one
gut
swipe.
like that. Chikarin eating knees.
Oh,
If he
clipped
blows
him.
everything.
Couldn't even recognize it. Another
Hey,
reversal
guys,
punch
Barry.
coming into play. Good break. Trying to use that for tracking. And
We'll
it's been doing an okay job so far.
And a
Slow
little
jab.
straight, miss.
Chikarin scrambling here. Trying to find an opportunity.
Back one.
Lohai looking for one big
And a
counter
ball
hit.
straight again.
I thought that was it, Brown
That
Man.
could have been. The string
Boom.
mind games, and again, Lohai going back to that well. You know, you think, look, he's blocked 50 of these already. Yo, 51st time is the charm, and he's catching him with it. He knows where to place it. 0 on block, you know, he can restart that situation and keep it running.
He got Lohai
Is it
dealt with
actually
Chikarin's
0 on block?
sideways movement really, really well that game too, especially that round. Tell Chikarin was really insistent, especially trying to rotate around into the background.
Ah.
Lohai made him eat so much damage for that.
We'll see if he can adjust that here. Now we have walls a bit closer. We're probably going to see some wall situations. And again, both these characters of the wall are absolute menaces, right?
Yeah,
But I
especially
think
when
we're
Clive gets it heat,
Oh,
but especially
man.
Ryan once he gets it.
Yo, if he can get that those taunts off, it's over. Catch him in the back. Big slice. Hello, Caesar.
It's about who can get the wall, who can get that advantage. Right now, Chikarin just sizing him up with jabs. 1-2-1 from Lohai.
Trying to lock him down there, but excellent awareness. Sidestep duck there from Lohai, getting a huge uppercut. Now taking his turn.
Brown Man, it feels like such a small margin, but it's like Lohai just barely
Oh, he interrupted it.
has a sense of read and
That's
timing
it.
on Lohai,
Neo
on
incinerator.
Chikarin right now. Press
One
towards the
hand.
wall, gets the
Generic
low touch.
Q4.
Lohai with advantage here in game 2.
It's looking very strong for Lohai.
Like a slight edge for Lohai right now. Just a little bit.
I think that gap is slowly widening as well as Lohai is kind of learning Chikarin's timings here. Oh, toggle out to play. Oh, back swing right in his face.
Chikarin's just kind of trying to move around and playing real, like a little bit stiff, especially just holding back a lot of these situations.
And I think Lohai might have picked up that Chikarin is very mindful and playing around the QC back one, right?
Yeah.
So he's using it very sparingly, but he's letting Chikarin, he's throwing it out once in a while just to let Chikarin know. It's still here, you got to worry about it.
Using the
while I
threat
worry
of
about
it rather than using it.
Exactly. Letting Chikarin's imagination run wild, but right now he looks like he's running wild on it. Lohai's health bar. Good awareness and launches him up.
Woo. Sidewalk uppercut slash. Chikarin able to find the launch on the whip punish.
Right.
Trying to make something happen here. Testing with these down 4-1s. No follow-up. Ramu's
Look at that
here.
backdash. You see that? Amazing call
Where
out.
is he
He's
down?
going for the, he's swinging for the
Awesome.
fences there. It's going to be a whole grip of damage.
That's been the difference so far, Brown Man. Lohai's been able to find those big launches in this set so far. In this game specifically.
Using that heat to try and keep him there. That incinerator, it's going to hurt.
Ooh, just put the knee on him just like that.
Didn't get the follow-up.
Oh, he's
Lohai
dead.
can't let that get to
In
him.
rage.
This is going to be big.
That combo.
Should be able to carry
On
the wall.
Push to it.
1+2 to close it out. Oki, what's there? Lohai getting a bit. And
Wow.
yo, that's
It
why he's up
worked.
there. We're down here, bro. How did he see that?
How did he know?
It wasn't even like he pressed. He was like in the air already or something. What the hell?
Yeah, I didn't think that worked at all.
That's great. That's no. You know what? What a
Yeah,
what a-
I didn't think
what
that
a
worked
beast.
at
But now
all.
taking a lead. Set point here for Lohai after that amazing clutch rage art. Could be able to take this momentum all the way.
Moment, Brown Man. Lohai right now. The destruction. Hatchets.
All right, lays
Now
it
the
all
Cannonball
down.
Street sidestep activate. Crouch grab. Chikarin fighting for any opening he can. Activate. Sidestep, he gets it.
He's got to lay it all in the line.
Break
Needs
the
to make
flag.
this count. Cannot give Lohai a moment of
Yep,
reprieve
break the
here.
balcony, take the full break here.
Got a bit of a delay on that one, dash forward unexpectedly. Lohai with a little bit of heat left, uses it up, runs Chikarin out. Anybody's
No heat
game.
left.
Chikarin swinging
Dang.
from the fences, and
But
it might cost
jet
him
upper.
everything. Lohai needs to finish this combo. Gets a side access down,
Oh.
2-3. Amazing awareness on the combo, and will take it out over Chikarin in a clean set, 2-0.
Lowhigh really, really just strong, consistent breakdown on Chikarin, right? A lot of it's just like sidestep, sideways mobility, but then also just reads on a lot of his like timing and just in general, you know? A lot of flame blast that you saw in there, but Lowhigh was overall able to mitigate a lot of those dangerous Clyde tools. And then that interaction after the break too, where I think he was doing up 1+2 with Clyde, the walk around and then that to find that hit. Sometimes with some of those attacks, it's really easy to kind of mess up your punish just because of how crazy they're moving, right? And you never know, like, sometimes the moves track awkwardly or something like that. He was able to find a hit and make it count.
It's crazy. Now you can see this is the first game here.
Yeah, they were scrapping in this one. This one, in an open stage like this, man, how many times did we see the reversal come into play?
You know what's funny? I don't think we saw it in the last game.
The first game we saw it a bit.
Yeah, it's
maybe once.
Used it a bunch.
Once a game too, I think.
Perhaps. But yeah, it was used so much more when he felt Chikarin was willing to. He was willing to use that up to try and keep Chikarin off him. But I think in the second game, Chikarin was just not able to clamor on him like he was in the first one. And Lowhigh had just so much more control. There were these situations a couple times actually that he was able to catch him in the back. And he wanted to close it out. All he needed was, a taunt jab. Sometimes that input doesn't come out as you expect. And again, was able to close it out with that rage art though.
They most commonly came after just Chikarin would observing how he would pressure him, finding big sidewalks and then whip punish conversions. That's usually how he found most of the launches. But it felt like Lowhigh was way more consistent at just finding them just in normal mid-range play. He was able to just capitalize off of a lot of those launches and counter hits overall. More so than Chikarin. So that brings up winners quarterfinal matches. Take a look. You got the John and Mongjo, another rematch going up against Farzine Lowhigh right after that. Pakistan, Korea. This is what we were talking about though, right? We get so distracted with Arslan on the team, you forget about the other guy.
Got the whole squad pulling up, and they are scrapping. They are scrapping. It's been an interesting journey as well. You had the momentous occasion that was Pakistan versus Korea, right? So a lot of people thought, all right, look, well, Korea lost that one pretty convincingly at the time, but so far throughout the year, we have been seeing Korea absolutely bring it back. They're dominating in, I think overall, it's setting up for a situation where people are going to be like, look, all right, that was pretty one-sided, maybe didn't warrant a rematch the first time. But now it's kind of getting to that point where it's like, I think we need to see the run back.
You know what else I think we need to see, Ron, man? We need to go. Y'all need to stop playing with us, man. Go ahead and let us see these M.Rage Astral Systems Tekken 8 collaboration jackets. We've been wearing them all week. They're supposed to have some design arena. They got all kind of stuff coming out. Y'all got to stay tuned. Make sure y'all give love on Twitter to M.Rage Astral Systems. Stay tuned to peep what that Tekken 8 collaboration is going to look like. But without further ado, we're going to get into our next matches. But first, we got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Tekken World Tour Finals action here.
From your beginner days to where you are now, I've seen you win. I've seen you lose. And I've always been here, right in front, lighting it all up. We were together when you first discovered gaming. That feeling, the discoveries, the friendships. You never shied away from me. You cried. You've tilted. Your bursts of joy. You've discovered fame. You felt everything, fully. I've seen you become you. We've always been together in your gaming journey.
ビーチサイドのステージです。ゲート一番好きなのはパックマンステージが好きで、自分の使うキャラクターがクライブで床を壊してコンボいけまくるんで好きですね。
Favorite stage in Tekken 8? I think it's like the Paris one.
मेरी favorite stage तो है arena, Tekken arena.
मुझे लगता है कि पेरिस ही सबसे अच्छी स्टेज है। बाकी तो जो स्टेजेस हैं वो ऑलमोस्ट टूटती जाती हैं।
My favorite stage in Tekken 8 is the final stage of the story mode is Fallen Destiny because it's very cool. There's storms, there's atmosphere. I think the graphics is more good in this stage in my opinion. So it's my favorite stage.
Avec le perso que je joue actuellement, j'aime beaucoup Arena Underground avec les murs explosifs. À faire beaucoup de dégâts.
In Tekken 8, it's the Madagascar stage, Madagascar Baobab stage.
My stage is City Square.
I think I'm fine with all of the stages.
저는 제가 플레이하는 캐릭터가 리로이다 보니까 리로이 동상이 박혀 있는 그 도시 맵이 제일 좋습니다.
In Tekken 8 Arena, where I can break at war.
My favorite stage in Tekken 8 is Elegant Place, Richalon stage. Yeah.
Fallen Destiny.
In Tekken 8, my favorite stage would be Yakushima, which is kind of not aligned with my characters, but I like Wallace stages and I like its design.
It would definitely have to be Midnight Siege because it just gives off Tekken 3 Nina vibes, especially with the bass guitar in the background, the bass riffs. It's just chef's kiss. It's so perfect.
Elegant Palace, of course.
I will say probably Yakushima. As an early player, we usually tend to like big stages. At least I used to like Infinite Stage in the previous one, so that's they're more similar in this one.
El de Pac-Man.
Yakushima. My favorite stage in Tekken 8 probably is Clive's stage. I cannot remember the name of it, but the graphics are cool. Soundtrack is even better, and yeah, I think I'll lock into that.
Welcome back to the Tekken World Tour 2025 finals brackets. And it is time to continue in round 2. Now, it's my pleasure to welcome onto the stage, for the first time this finals, hailing from Pakistan, representing Twisted Minds. He finished second on the global leaderboard with 2,770 points. He is a 7-time, that's right, 7-time EVO champion, including the reigning and defending EVO Vegas and EVO France 2025 champion. He is a former Tekken World Tour champion, Arslan Ash. And now welcoming back onto the stage after his first round victory against Hexmark, hailing from Pakistan, representing Team Falcons, making his TWT Finals debut. Let's welcome back Usama Abbasi. Okay, gentlemen, it's time to determine who's going to pick sides. If you can rock, paper, scissors in your own time. Arslan will be player one. Let's head back over to the commentary desk and get this one underway. Over to you, Martin Obama and Brown Man.
Welcome back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. We're here once again at the Tekken World Tour Finals for 2025. It has been heating up with the matches we've witnessed so far today, this morning. Man, I am the ever-hydrated Brown Man, joined once again by the majestic Martin Obama. How have you felt about the last 4 matches we saw?
I mean, I'll extend it to the last 8 matches, man. I think it's interesting, especially when I watch some players. You know, we've been seeing this with fighting games lately. You know, players are starting to get older. They're getting married. They're having families and stuff on this stuff.
Dad buff, though.
And they get that dad buff. They get that family man buff. Looking at Arslan Ash here, man, the emperor of Tekken, right? He's won just about everything you can win in this game.
Look at his first place, bro. Look at all those points just from 3 events. Just those performances. EVO France, EVO in Vegas, and of course, BAM. You know, shout out to Melbourne. First place there as well.
Previous TWT Finals result, of course, went out 5th and 6th place last year at this event for Tekken World Tour in Tekken 8. But his opponent, you got to talk about this guy, man. Guard breaker, of course, the performance that this guy had in Pakistan, in his region. 540 points earned in a place where they run a lot of dojo events, and the competition is very fierce.
Like, those points, you know, he got 100 points. He got 100.
Those are hard-earned.
Like, yeah, the level of skill required to get those points, you know, is beyond some majors that I've seen. That's like the level of skill from the average player in Pakistan, people need to understand, is so high. Some of the world's best, you know. They always look at Korea and Pakistan and everything. The average player level, I think, is what sets a nation up for how strong they are perceived to be.
And Brown Man, the cool thing to me too is when I look at the way Usama just stepped on the stage and even made this approach, right? You see just his face lit up, he's all smiles. It means the world to be able to play against Arslan on this stage like this. Because, you know, even though they play together, even though they have that relationship, right? They try to make it as much of like a team game as possible. It is singles, right? There's no teams on this thing. But if you want to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And this is the Emperor. If you want to join that echelon, that global elite level, it's going to have to go through the Emperor of Tekken. You're going to have to go through Arslan Ash right here with this trademark Nina.
All right, here we go. Now, I don't recall the last time these guys played in tournament. I might be misremembering something, but this might be some new gameplay for us to see in a stage like this.
And so away from his trademark Eddie, going with the Oscar pick here, gonna instantly snip out Arslan Ash's timing, finds a counter hit launcher, gonna activate at the wall. Usama Abbasi, cooking.
Oh, big swing, commanding first round.
Yeah, this time the Tenjin smash. Sumiyoshi in the 4-2 follow-up. Usama doing what he does best, momentum rolls.
That's funny, we talk about, you know, him straying away from the Eddie, but it's actually him just going back to Drew.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Oscar and Jun, you know, he was rocking people with that before the recent Eddie, you know, biggest showing at Takedown this year. You know, that changed his life. You know, he's a sponsored player and he's up on this stage. Nice big counter hit there while standing 1+2. just taking him back to that same corner. He's like, yo, you're paying rent over here. Paying that in blood. This is looking like an Usama Abbasi round. Hitting that heat smash on block and using those plus frames to catch Arslan with the low.
Low touch off the wall. Right now, it's all Usama so far, but now Floor Blast is going to come into play potentially, especially with Nina on the other side.
If he can keep this brutal momentum here applied on Arslan Ash, it just might be his game with a no-round round.
The back sway just to get out of dodge with these homing attacks.
Gets a launch from it.
Usama's done such a good job of just leveraging 4-4, 1+2, and again, the Tenjin smash, mixing it up with Aizen. Aizen so far hasn't come into play. He's just, if Arslan wants to keep it in mid-range like that, fine.
All right, Arslan trying to hit that 1-2 from the distance.
Keep it mid.
Activating heat, trying to fight back.
Fish with uppercut.
Can't give Arslan any room. He uses that heat dash, trying to close this round out. Excellent block there. He's starting to wake up.
Low swipe, and again, huge whip there. Arslan Ash able to get the whip punish in the round.
That's that pattern at Arslan Ash style. They're constantly moving, hard to hit, and able to just come in, cut you, and leave. Big combo here for Arslan.
Yeah, finds the uppercut in mid-range. Gonna take the opportunity to get the spike. But hold on. Usama starting to mix a little bit. Got the gusto with him. Finally, the Aizen.
Always playing with his chest out.
Yeah, trying to steal the step a little bit on Arslan. His movement's so crisp. Sidestep guard so, man, he's so fast.
Gets the destabilizer, hits him with that low. Usama Abbasi hits him with the down two. Heat smash.
And the low, Usama Abbasi. Game 1 advantage.
All right, okay. Hey, when your heroes become your rivals, man, you got to step up.
Never meet your heroes, you got to beat them. yeah, that kind of thing.
It's going to be a crazy flight home, man, that's all I'm saying. All right, so this is, like you can see, Usama's just trying to breathe, trying to think about what he's experiencing here. Meanwhile, Arslan's been in this situation a million times. Yeah. He's been out, but he's very difficult to count out. Let's see if he can bring this one back. That big momentum swing is what he needs to feel in his comfort zone. With his Nina, right? The best Nina on the planet, surely, at this point. And he's just so good at rushing you down. We saw Usama finding success in that. But if anyone is able to turn that and flip it on its head, it is Arslan.
What do you think Usama is thinking going into this game?
I want to win. No, but he's thinking about, he knows Arslan's going to be able to counter what he did in the first game. He can't do it again. He can only get it in 1 or 2 times. And let's see if he can bring his countermeasures ready ahead of Arslan. He's got to stay one step ahead. Yeah. If he falls behind at any point, it's going to cost him.
I was thinking he has to probably go to destabilizer a little bit more. He's already going to it, just to keep Arslan off balance a little bit. Present some other options other than just like the mids at close range like that, right? And should Arslan try to back up, has to be ready to pursue potentially Aizen or some of those other options that Asuka has.
Going under the offense here. And again, that looked like a back and forth round, but Usama out of nowhere just yoinking it back.
And with how rewarding the damage chunks that this character can just remove from your health bar.
He just melts health, man.
And the natural snowball, too, especially once Gusto comes into play. But here we go, Arslan Ash finds that launch, finds that wall.
Gets the realign. Cameraman working overtime. All right.
Sidestep 2, though, to Splat.
So much health recovered.
In Rage, too. Look at how much health he has with Rage. And again, the duck call out this time. Usama going to take note, though.
Should be able to close this one out. Uses their heat dash. Breaks the wall. One more hit.
Break.
Backhand.
Shut up.
All right. Getting each point on the board. This could go either way. But Usama still, he's proving to be a threat still. It's not like Arslan is able to run through him here, but he's slowly throwing out those pokes on the approach.
Just want to destabilize, just representing it just a little bit, even though it cost him last round rather. Arslan Ash, though, is moving way more active this game so far. Foreground, background, giving Usama Abbasi a lot of different looks in mid-range. Mid-strikes, gunshot.
That's the highest heater. Gets him out of trouble. That could be the swing he needs. Taking it to the wall, gets a big splat. Now, Arslan's going to try and lock him down. He steps on him, and again, tries to follow him with that walk. Keeps him in position, flips him over.
Throw, and post smash. What's the check here? Goes for the slide option. Arslan Ash fighting back, trying to tie it up here.
He's catching on.
trying to find a counter hit, but he finds a sidewalk and a launch instead.
You saw a bit more hesitation from Usama prior to that down 1+2 attempt. But again, that means Arslan's in his head at the moment. And he's getting this wall, he's getting the snowball, he's getting everything he needs to be able to close out this round, perhaps.
And Arslan Ash still going.
No.
On the down 4-1 series.
Interrupts, he wasn't even scared of it. A few frames later, and that could have cost him, could have got him into a heat situation.
No
but he had that confidence. He's seen that before. Now we're evening it up. One game apiece. You know, it's very strong start from Usama there, but Arslan showing again why he's the 7th time. And let's get it going with the Evil Arena.
Now
things are about to pop up.
When you think about how much Arslan Ash was able to take advantage of walls in that previous game, when we go to this stage now, Usama, you have to have an answer for this pressure here, and right off the bat, counter hit trade in Arslan Ash's favor. Gonna realign just to get the bomb blast wall positioning. Stomp for Oki.
Keeps him there, wants to wake up into that mix perhaps. And there is that counter hit. Might use the wall this time.
Pressing in the counter hit launchers. Spring kick, Usama Abbasi desperate to get off that wall to get anything started. Finally an up 4-1, but the mid engager able to make contact. Leverages the dash for an extra chunk of damage, but the can-cans from downtown. Usama Abbasi building some of that health back. Gonna take advantage of the heat activation here. Trying to get as much HP back as possible. Reposition. Kick him into the blast.
Sends him sky high. This is looking very good for Usama.
What can he do with it though, Brown man? Can he get it?
He dash, gets into the wall. That last kick might be able to close it out, and Usama taking the lead in the set once again.
The combo decision-making there was perfect.
They're both pressing, heavy buttons on round start. You know, they're challenging.
Usama Abbasi playing with the pace that he was playing with in game 1. Crouch jab.
Dashing in his face.
Showing these homing attacks, trying to steal Arslan step at close range. Arslan right back at you.
Nice lateral move.
Down back 3, stiletto heel counter hit. Shut up.
Gets the combo.
Winging.
It's gonna be heavy. Activating that.
Here we go, turn up.
Keeps him there, keeps most of his heat. One more big interaction could save him here.
Engine step not deep enough, that was scary.
Heat dash coming from Arslan Ash, saving him, gets a life lead, one more hit, and the Rage Art.
Not enough health. No,
he has enough, he tanks it. I don't want to say nothing, but I think we might be seeing Usama.
On set point.
Get it right there.
Against Arslan Ash at Tekken World Tour Finals.
Say it ain't so.
On winner's side, that loser's bracket is gonna be crazy.
See the start of that round, the previous rounds are both challenging, swinging. They're both like, yo, I'm gonna back up. We have too much on the line. I'm not willing to risk anything. Now the mind games for the strings are coming out. Usama trying to catch him on a counter hit. He knows Arslan likes moving, likes pressing. He needs a safe counter hit option, and he's going back to that.
Arslan got his back for a moment. Lighter punish.
Big scoop up. Now Arslan still has a bit of a hill to climb. Usama just needs one more round, but Arslan is not making it easy. Goes for the heat dash, trying to push him to the wall, but the can-cans, defensive can-cans. The Oscar special.
You gotta activate here. You have to.
Get into that wall. Nice carry. This is gonna be huge. Obama.
The kick, and Usama Abbasi does it. Arslan Ash, you guys are gonna have a heat. Loser's bracket is gonna be crazy, man. I'm thinking, man. Arslan Ash, with the benefit of that top 4 seeding, able to skip the group stage play, able to skip all that, comes up here in first set against Usama Abbasi, dropped in the loser's bracket. This just got interesting. Usama Abbasi, very well played.
That was so clean. And again, he started off really strong. You can see these guys walking out. You know, nobody, when we saw this, when we saw these guys walking out, you know, I'm sure 95% of the plan was like, yeah, Arslan's got this. Might be a close set, but, you know, easy wins for Arslan, right? Meanwhile, Usama's like locked in. He's like, yo, I know what I can do. You can see in the first 2 rounds of the first game, he was so dominant. He kept putting him back to that same corner. Again, 2 rounds in a row, you can see ending there, gets the low right after the heat smash using those plus frames. And round 3 was a bit different. Now, Arslan was able to start bringing it back, but he took, Usama was able to take it out overall in the first game. But then when it got to game 2 and then game 3, that's where it really started getting meaty.
Game 1 to me felt like the vibe check, and then Arslan Ash started to come around in game 2. And game 3 was like, okay, I'm not gonna shy away from this moment. He started to leverage a lot more of Tenjin, especially the 4-4, 1+2 in close range. Starting to float a lot more homing options to try to seal Arslan's step in close range on his terms, right? And ultimately, the bomb blast walls in the wall control and the return that this character gets. Oh my God, ultimately came into play. That rage art was super clutch. But look at this finisher. Just bet it, man. Took the down 1+2, got Das Boot to finish. And Usama Abbasi, that fist bump, you know that meant the world to him.
And he's got to be feeling good. He's got to be feeling confident moving forward. Again, Usama Abbasi has locked his spot in there for his qualifying top 8 match there. We got Ni and Rangchu lying in the wings, waiting for their match to see who steps up.
Yo, top 16, you're gonna. I feel like we've seen this before, so I've seen this somewhere. Pakistan, Korea, Pakistan, Korea, Pakistan, Korea. We're getting them back to back to back.
That's kind of a little familiar.
Top 16 winner side. You guys are getting everything, man.
All right, so we're going to let you guys see who's coming up next. We're going to throw it to our magnificent Logan on stage to take you through it.
Thank you very much. Let's get into our next match. And first up, I'd like to welcome on stage a legend, one of the greatest ever in the world of Tekken. Hailing from South Korea, representing Team DRX. He finished 5th on the global leaderboard this season with 1,880 points. He qualified through Group C in the global leaderboard group stages. He is the reigning Evo Japan champion. Let's welcome Ni! And his opponent, also hailing from South Korea, representing Team Varel. He finished 10th on the global leaderboard this season with 1,550 points. He qualified for the final bracket through Group B. And he is, of course, your reigning and defending Tekken World Tour champion, the only player to hold 2 Tekken World Tour Championships. Let's make some noise for Rangchu! Gentlemen, if you can rock, paper, scissors for the choice of side in your own time. Rangchu will take player 1 side. Thank you very much if you guys want to get set up. And let's head back over to the desk with Martin Obama and Brown Man.
You heard the man, Mr. 4-time Evo champion, Ni, going up against Mr. 2-time Tekken World Tour Finals champion, Rangchu. And man, I mean, these two guys have played a lot over the years, Brown Man. What do you think about this when they sit down in this game right now in this version?
Well, I think they played so much, you know, online, offline, so many years of tournaments over multiple games as well. You know, these guys sitting down is probably nostalgic to them at this point. They've played so much. Now, they're very accomplished on both sides. Ni has yet to be able to capture that TWT title, though. He's got, you know, so many others, so many titles, but that's one that has eluded him thus far. Rangchu, on the other hand, he's suffering from success on that one. He got the 2-time, you know, the first time Tekken 7, people are like, yo, where did that come from?
Something about bears in the wintertime, man. When they start hibernating, he turns up. He turns up, but somehow finds the dub. And I mean, one of them came in Europe, you know, and we're right back out here, you know, in this hemisphere. So you also got to talk about the family buff too on that part. We've been talking about it with Arslan Ash. We're talking about it with some of the other players that we have here, and of course just in fighting games in general. But Rangchu is no stranger to that sensation either. It's a little bit different when you're fighting for something more than yourself, more than just like your personal love of the game. He's got a family, you know, and he fights with that in mind. Look at this, man. 10th place, 1,550 points. Rangchu making it back to this top 20, but
that Evo Japan, though. That Evo Japan 2025. First place, 800 fat points there. Third a combo breaker, and then I think that was D-Pro at the end of that. Now, but well, look, Ni is building, in the process of building his own family at the moment, so he might be cooking up that buff, whether it hits now, whether it hits in the future. Now, the character selection is going to be very interesting, right?
Yeah.
We have seen Rangchu go to that well of Bakumra recently. What did I just look at? Hold on.
Did you see that?
Hello? Okay.
So you were talking about it. I was riding with you. I was riding with you.
Hey, yo.
Like, we seen Falcaron, we seen Lydia, we seen Bears.
Okay.
We are about to see Anna going up against Knee's patented Brian.
He's been cooking this one up for sure. He's been planning this for Knee. Whether or not he's prepared for it is a separate question.
Or also just, you know, watching and observing what's successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And no hesitation there from Knee. Starting
Watching
around.
button presses as he gets
Yeah.
pushed into a